I don't need dice today, it's all good.
Yeah, they're over here.
Yeah, these dice.
Fancy dice.
And we're live.
Yay!
Hello.
So we're up to what session now?
56.
Session number 56, or season 5, episode 6.
Is that just convenient algorithm, or is that on purpose?
I think there's actually a pattern to it as well.
Yeah.
Musingly, it doesn't all fall nicely. Depends on how many sessions you do in a season and how frustrated I get as of people ignoring the storyline.
Yeah. Happens.
Which is where the storyline generally advances when it's been thrown away.
Well, I think rumour are we're all being pulled in into the principal's office.
Okay, so did you want to give the recap, Kesley?
Yeah.
Because considering it was quite an interesting session last session.
Yeah.
So, yeah, last session, we were back on the station after previously being down on the planet before, just trying to organize some stuff. There's a call that something matching the engine serial number for the robotic unicorn that has been renamed the Whisper is pulling into station, which we've seen the Whisper before. So Chandra Dell, along with some of her lackeys, including Fabio, come on station, and they just kind of reset up their Brandal mining on station. And during that whole stuff, green lights go off, which we're just like, oh my god. And the Scourge was coming to dock. Apparently this is the Scourge's home system, and this station is its recharging station. So we're like freaking out, trying to figure out what's going on. But it was
called the Scourge.
Yeah, we're like, okay, play cool. So it drops off. It senses that we're cool, or through other droid words, it figures it out that we're not attacking. It drops off a bunch of biologicals, aka prisoners that they've taken, and we kind of sort of release them-ish. Well, allocate them to appropriate areas to be sorted and released upon their own free will accordingly. B1 recognizes Warren in the herd of all the people. There's quite a few fun little people coming off on that ship, which was interesting. So we organized everybody, and there are 2 old Jedi who were taken aboard. And we're just like, oh, this is weird, because it's like old Republic. So the ship gets updated, B1 takes up some data from there, and the Scourge go ahead and takes off as we're organizing how to deal with all these biologicals. And then during that time, B1 tries to integrate with the station AI, but did not go so well. And the AI took over B1's personality. So things happen. We try to ion blast the central B1. B1's backup comes through and tries to pick up his corpse and try to reintegrate, all that kind of stuff. It semi kind of works, but then again, not super well. Things happened. That was the end of the session.
What about the one where he tried to vent the station?
And the one where he tried to kill one of the new people that had come onto the station.
Yeah, the last session. Were you here last session?
I was. That doesn't mean I wrote it down, though.
Oh, okay. Because what I remember from last session was I was back finally,
Yes, you were back.
and my return coincided with the return of a bunch of rebels I'd brought back with me to help.
Yeah, Chandradel and then
Yep.
Fabio back from the dead, but it wasn't Fabio anymore.
He was going by his original name, and B1 recognized him as the lover that spurned Piper.
There was no recognition. B1 just showed up.
Well, you recognised who he was.
Yep.
But then B1 showed up and started attacking him, and so we had to. Did I switch off for this bit of the review, or is this?
That was where you ended up getting advice to put a restraining bolt on him.
From Khalid, which wasn't good advice to follow through. But that
Actually,
was
I
because
think it was Mark.
was it
Oh, yeah, because
Oh,
Khalid
okay.
wasn't there.
okay.
from Ash.
Yeah, Ash advised me to put a restraining bolt on, and me with my very slow processing brain went, okay, I'll try that. Because he was venting the station. What made him vent the station though? What was the trigger?
He didn't want to vent the station until after you put the restraining bolt on him.
Okay.
He was trying to kill who he thought was Officer Fabio.
I was fairly sure the order of things was we got Fabio out of the room.
No, he
Then
basically
he started.
Fabio came off the ship with Chandra and
And
you.
the other
Because
one.
I watched.
Kesley recognized him. Then B1 rushes into the room without explanation or ability to determine what was happening.
Yeah.
Then he started to try to attack Fabio. You intervened. There
And
was
Chandra
some-
Dell got him off into their own hangar, which they'd been assigned.
They were moving off to their own thing.
Then after that, he started venting the station.
Yeah. I think it was after he tried.
And when he
to-
started venting the station, that's when I used the restraining bolt, because I made note of the order of things because of my first point of call was I didn't want to use my ionization blaster because I didn't know if it would kill him. So when Ash mentioned a restraining bolt, I'm like, well, that's not deadly force.
Mhm.
That'll stop him from venting the station. But I didn't know that he's immune to restraining bolts. And instead of laughing it off, as I suspected that he would, he went into
Killer mode.
killer
everyone.
mode, which was a bigger surprise. And then I ended up using my ionization blaster on him, from which he was resurrected but had no memory of what had happened. Is that correct?
Mostly.
And
Yeah.
then I had to do a
What?
hard reset on B1, which kind of worked but didn't work.
Mm. That's right, and we should have probably got you to stop the venting rather than using the ionization blaster, but no time to think.
Okay. So this session starts off with a shuttle incoming.
Yep.
Nice Mandalorian shuttle.
Okay.
One of their bigger ones that can carry a bunch of people.
Oh, I'm Mike. I played Brum Brum Crash.
Oh, we didn't do our character.
We did not.
From
We're all
the,
out of sorts today.
Panorama Mountains of Naboo. I'm a pod racer, and I can fix things, and I'm coordinated, and I can use weapons.
And most importantly, you're a coordinated Gungan
Mm.
who fixed the B1 droid that has a PTSD of Gungans.
Yes.
So, you know, that's always interesting.
Yep.
Yes.
Which then brings us to Kesley.
Wait, who am I playing? I'm
Star
playing
Wars.
Kayana. That's who I'm playing.
Yep.
I was playing Kayana, the one of the protectors of the family, I suppose. That's what you have listed on the website as, and I like that title. It's very nice.
Protector of the clan.
Muscle. Trying to keep things in order as much as possible, which impossible is probably more possible than this. So, yeah, Kayana.
And Ariadne.
Thea True Striker. Thea True Striker. Known as Thea. Somewhat doubtful leader of the group. Because so far there's not been a lot going according to plan. But I don't know that anything's ever gone according to plan, so maybe it's just our uncoordinated group rather than my leadership. Who knows? I'll soon find out, because this Mando shuttle that's incoming is probably going to either demote me or shuffle me sideways or something. That's my expectation.
Okay, and the people we don't have tonight are Mark, who plays Ash, Ross, who plays Khaled, and David, who played B1.
Key phrase, played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, well, I don't know if he's coming back as well, so a bit hard to tell
Yeah,
or anything like that. You got to communicate with someone to know that sort of thing.
Now you're letting your GM things leak into your game.
Okay, so yes, a ship shows up not too far away from the station, meaning they must know exactly where you are to be able to jump in that close.
Well, we do have Mandalorians here. As well as the Koi Knights.
Yes.
Yeah. And the signal you get in from the op station is that it is Captain Diesel.
Captain Diesel.
He wasn't showing up for quite a while.
Yeah.
He's my direct superior, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know, you might be elected leader.
God no.
It's a much better response from a player instead of pick me, pick me.
I'm pretty sure I said God no as well, but it didn't stop it from happening. So
Misa said God no.
Misa said God's no. No gods.
Okay, and it seems to dock without any hassles.
Oh, I will definitely go down to... Where are we in terms of how much time has passed since B1 was
About half a day.
Escorted off? And okay, yep. So I could presumably be elsewhere, so I'll come down to meet the ship, and I'll comms Kayana and Broom Broom to let them know that Biggie Boomba clan leader come in. I think that's as close as I can get to Gungan talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's passed along the station.
me trying to talk Gungan?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're comfortable.
Yep. Apparently Therion's also come.
I was going to say Baby Yoda's players just turned up.
Okay, so yes, it touches down without any incident, and out of it you see a group of heavily armed Mandalorians, which is not unusual considering the sort of ship it was, led by Captain Diesel.
I will approach and offer a respectful greeting. Obviously I recognise him.
Mm-hmm.
I am unsurprised to see you here.
That's good because I got notification that things happened and that I should move up my relocation to the station to take over.
We've had some adventures.
I've read the entries from Kaya enough.
She's very good at being very thorough in the reports and the administration of the area.
And he's passed on some orders to some of his forces, security forces already here to get things organised.
If there's any way that we can help facilitate that, let us know.
Well, that's okay. He thought he would start off with catching up with you in a briefing to see if there's anything you wanted to add further beyond what he received.
Well, Kayana's been taking. Oh, well, I guess we should
Move to a briefing
move
room.
to a briefing room. Yes. Sorry. Cart before the horse. Much like Drazzle, wrong game. So yeah, move to a meeting room, briefing room. Get refreshments.
Now you meet up with, get to a briefing room right next to the command station.
Yep. I take it that since the venting, things are going fairly smoothly at the station.
Well, a lot of the systems seem to be running at low power or switched off.
Okay. So I'll explain as part of the briefing that we've been having a lot of problems with the AI that's a part of the space station, not welcoming necessarily us as the new residents of the space station, and the interactions that my droid B1 has had with it has possibly corrupted the B1 droid, who up until then has been very loyal and not tried to kill the entire party.
He does note down that the murder bot hasn't really been completely loyal, as he has killed 3 members to upload, as he called it, his consciousness into their droids.
I was unaware that he'd actually murdered.
He murdered 3 Mandalorians that was under your care.
Did he?
Yes.
Was that while I was here? Okay.
Oh, that's his minions because he made them.
The minions that
Android.
were... no, not Android. He basically killed them and uploaded a personality of them into the droids. That was what he said he did.
Yes.
Yeah, but we didn't have actual knowledge of that because he did that back down in his own tech room.
His own area,
Yeah. So, there's... The droid, unfortunately, has full independence, so it is capable of
But it's not loyalty if
no,
that's the potential.
not if he's killing Mandalorians.
And intending to do that to the rest of you as well.
No, definitely not.
Before he interacted with the station.
Remember how he talks about upgrades?
Yeah. Okay, so he meant that more literally than what we thought he meant it.
Mm-hmm.
We thought that it was more a cybernetic enhancement rather than, and one that was consented to, rather than murder.
It was not consented to.
How is it that you know about this? We haven't found out about it.
His people broke into his ship and read the logs.
Ah, I see. Okay, so it was a matter of accessing his logs, which we didn't have. So, I actually feel like I've failed badly in not realizing that 3 of the Mandalorians put into my care were murdered, because he also almost murdered my party, my family. So I probably will end up doing a Kayana, which probably shouldn't be used as a noun.
Yeah! Right here! I'm kidding.
I might have to resign my leadership for gross failure on my behalf to protect.
That's okay. For a big chunk of the time he was here with accessible to it. You weren't in charge. He said, then looks over at Kayana. So, did you investigate his ship at all?
Did you think I had the resources to investigate his ship?
Possibly. You've got a computer expert in the Gungan.
Unfortunately, did have other priorities as to getting the station on board, as was my command. Kinda got a little snippy.
He just laughs and says, well, he's got the resources now, so he's
Absolutely.
making sure that it doesn't happen again.
It is true that we've been really low on resources, and we did have to fight some fairly high odds Gundarks and what are the assassin droids? And I feel that considering those odds, we have done fairly well. If the droid chose to conceal murder, then he's very capable of concealing it from even the best of us without access to his ship. we have known the droid since the forming of this clan. He came with one of our clan members. We had no reason to distrust his loyalty or to think that he might betray his clan. So I'll say that in defence of all of us here.
Oh, he doesn't hold you responsible for the actions of the droid. He just wishes you had been suspicious enough of his actions to have started an investigation yourself before the incident.
It's certainly a hard-learned lesson that there is a possibility that we can't trust our own clan members.
He was less a clan member and programmed as a battle droid to kill organics. So that was his primary purpose, unlike your clan members who were trained and brought up in the clan. He was not.
So how was it then that he was assigned to Piper and that he came along with us with Piper if he's a battle droid?
Because his family had quirks.
He's just a droid old brokey.
Yeah, the droid brokey.
And against his desires, he continued to exist.
So I take it, now that you've taken over that, you've taken the droid in hand and his ship?
We sorted out the ship first because didn't want a personality jumping locations.
I take it that as the 3 murdered Mandalorian were under my command, I should be contacting their family members to let them know what happened, and
They were foundlings,
they were foundlings.
essentially.
Okay, cool. Alright.
They were taken from the Sector Rangers, and then you
Okay.
essentially kind of actually kidnapped them from the Sector Rangers
I see.
under coercion.
Sorry, I can't remember that.
It's you know how B1 says those are my 3.
Yeah.
They're coming with me. It was more
yeah.
a
He
forced.
commandeered them.
Yeah.
And nobody was able to really roll against him because he had,
No, we couldn't. Yeah, we couldn't.
he had too much power. It was
Fine.
pretty OP'd.
Kind of like droid force powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It could be that he was force. Apparently droids can have force
Yeah.
powers. So
And they can be
you know,
force sensitive.
Yeah.
Well, look at Beta.
Exactly.
Robot arm.
Robot arm, robot legs, robot everything.
Work from home.
I think the only thing that was intact was maybe Grievous style, just his head.
Yeah.
Oh, he was still a torso boy.
Kind of. Wasn't it mostly gone from here down?
No, from just above the knees
Oh, okay.
to just above the elbows. Obi-Wan was rather specific in his chop.
But didn't the lava burn a lot of him?
Yeah, but
He was burnt, but it was still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was just crispy bits.
No more children for you.
Burnt chicken nugget. Darth Vader. One of the most prolific bad guys in all of cinema history. Burnt chicken nugget. Got it.
You've just reduced this icon that is worshipped by millions
For almost 50 years.
to a McDonald's product
Absolutely.
That's burnt.
that's burnt. Aren't most McDonald's products overcooked?
Well, you could have said it was a
I'm
Hungry
joking.
Jack's, so it was
Not
flame
all.
grilled.
There we go.
No, flame grilled. Yeah, the burgers are better.
You can see the flame marks. It means it actually has a flame grill.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help throw the
So
same
funny.
thing. Well, if you love it enough to make fun of it, then you're never going to worry about what anyone else says about it.
Absolutely.
Alright, those not so niceties out of the way.
He does commend you all on getting the station up and running, but he does ask, what is it you want to get out of working with the Mandalorians? The question of, why are you here? What do you want?
I aspire to protect my family and increase their capabilities in the direction that they want to be done. So in Kayana's case, I want to give her more chances to be a leader and be the leader she wants to be. With Broom Broom, I know that he desires to get his racing ship back, and that is one of his loves. So it'd be good to be able to find his ship and get it returned to him. And for myself, I want to be the stronger, better leader as always. Personally, it'd be good if we were able to be assigned to missions that would help us achieve those things.
So you'd also like to hear from them as well?
Yes, yeah, but you asked what my goals were,
Yes.
and my goals as a leader is thinking about the people who are with me.
So what does Kaya want?
I don't want to be a leader, fuck it.
You could have added
Kayana
that.
wants to be a powerful member of the Starwing clan, able to prove herself as a true Mandalorian, and to be able to earn glory for the family.
But you already are a true Mandalorian.
Oh,
I say that with great seriousness to you.
kind of says, I thank you for that response. It's very
You are
welcome.
not going to dismiss a leader telling you you're a true
No.
Mandalorian.
She'll
You
say,
are.
I thank you for that response, and I will continue to try to prove it to myself.
You don't feel it in your heart.
Not yet.
And what about Broom Broom? What does he desire?
Misa wants to do the Kessel run and go through drive-through and not get chicky nuggies.
Well, he does know one version of the Kessel Run. Unfortunately, it's about having a little too much spice and it coming out not so pleasantly.
Misa is glad that Misa can only say Misa. Misa wants to find Misa's ship. Misa robotic unicorn. Misa.
Which she found an engine, so you know it's been scrapped.
Maybe.
Misa want to get back to ship racing.
Oh yeah, we also. I'm sorry. Recap. We found your cousins.
Oh yes, we did.
And your cousins were the ones that admitted that they took your ship,
Yes,
and
they
it
did.
was captured, and that's why the Whisper has the robotic unicorn's engine,
Because they crashed it.
because they crashed it.
Yes. And no, that's right. Ender blank. Ship racing. Gonna shoot back. And
Become the fastest racer in the way.
yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what the other thing was that I was going to say. All good. It's gone now. It'll come back to me at like 3 a.m.
That's okay, you can tell us then.
Yeah,
We'll add it to the...
But yeah, get Misa's ship back. Become more proficient in weapons.
Any proficiency would be more proficiency, he said.
Yes, any more proficiency would be proficiency.
And don't allow your cousins to take your ship ever again.
No.
No, that's
He gets it back and they take off with the ship.
Get a engine immobilizer installed on Misa's ship.
Maybe that's the one thing they're good at, turning off the immobilizer.
Yeah, that's it. I can't think of what the other thing was that I was going to say.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right.
He asked if anyone
Trying
wants
to-
to speak for Ash about what Ash would want to get out of being a Mandalorian.
Trying to speak Gungan probably didn't help me in my train of thought anyhow, so it was doomed from the beginning.
As he seems to have picked you as his authority figure, he says to Guyana.
I will say Ash likely wants belonging and family and...
Didn't he want...
What else did he want?
He wanted something... he was... a couple episodes back, he was
he did mention something. What did he mention?
learning to be a better pilot with...
Yeah. He wants to be a better pilot with, I forget her name.
Lieutenant Page.
Lieutenant Page?
Yes.
He
read a report on that. Lieutenant Page does not think he's team material yet.
Yet there's
Yes.
room for improvement.
There's room for improvement.
Room for improvement. So Ash can there.
Needs to work on team building skills.
Yes, because the fighter pilots, while flying, have to rely on their team members to survive.
Yeah.
They can't have a maverick out there wanting to do whatever they want.
Cut to Top Gun episode. Got
Yep.
it.
And because when we went through the museum, he refused. He refused to
He didn't want to
go into the
in the droid museum.
into the droid
Or the
museum.
Sith museum.
What was it? The Mandalorian museum?
He didn't go into the droid factory
Droid
because he
factory.
had to. Yeah.
Because he doesn't work well with droids, which was funny when B1 came back.
Yes,
Yes.
He was happy to work with B1, but not with droids.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, that's...
From what Kayana can understand, she shares that it seems that Ash is looking for belonging and improvement within battle skills. And to be that same tough Death Clan member that he was, and be the tough, foreboding Starwing Clan member that he is. We'll go with that.
A lot of that stuff can be useful. The downside is that the tough and foreboding doesn't make a great team member
if they're too foreboding. So that's something that we gotta work on. I think we need to work on his sense of Ohana. He can be our Stitch.
And he says, he has had reports that Khalid was off on some sort of mission, but no one seems to know what mission he's on.
Oh, I thought you knew.
He's tried to find out, no one knows. It's been 42 days and no response.
Should we be trying to find Khalid?
Because,
Well, that would be quite hard because no one seems to know where he went.
yeah. From what Carla told me before he took off is, much like Thea was on a secret mission, Carla told me that, he's heard rumors and must go on a secret mission for himself. Was sent on a secret mission as well, thus leaving me in charge. While he was away, I would assume either him or Theo
You
would
didn't send
return.
him on a secret mission, did you?
No, I didn't. I did not. I can't.
He thought
create
it would be a
missions.
great add to your file if you did.
It would be great, but unfortunately that order did not come through. I follow the orders as much as possible.
Yeah. I don't know who...
I don't know where that secret mission came from.
He
I don't
wasn't
even know what
mentioned to me
columns
why
he was
not.
even talking about.
No, because he just said that...
He was just off.
He said that he had to go on mission. And... I think we asked...
I asked did he fill out the forms. He said yes, and then he didn't. So I assumed I would yell at him when he got back. He hasn't come back yet.
And no one seems to have any records of where he went.
I was away on mission.
You were already away.
Misa says Vegas.
Vegas.
No, that's down below. Oh wait, no, that's Hawaii down below.
Yeah, I have.
Don't know.
Says, well, now that you managed to get most of the stations sorted out, do you wish more exploration to try to find the pieces of your forgotten racer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you, if that's what if the family is willing to allow us to depart, I do believe that we would like to do some further exploration to help.
Well, he has proven to be loyal to the family. And the family always rewards loyalty. We question
That's
it
my
sometimes,
immediate
but
yes.
Yeah. And I'm sure you saw in my briefs everything listed needed for the planet below in terms of finding agreements and all of the, and also the latest information about this being a Scourge home system and that this is a Scourge station.
But they won't be back for 100 years.
They won't be back for 100 years, so it won't be a problem for 100 years, but just saying.
But 100 of what years?
Oh, that's a better question. That's a way better
Were we
question.
able to gain any
Yeah,
records
is it,
when they did turn up about how often they actually came?
Star Wars follow like human years, or is it?
Well,
like,
it was down as 100 years of the solar system.
And is that equivalent to 100 of our years? As
Or is
Mandalorian
that-
I would
years?
think it would be Almiran's,
Yeah, it's all
Cycle.
Moran's orbit.
but
And that puts it at about every 20 years.
oh,
So
okay.
one,
So that sounds
one
like
cycle
still
of-
not my problem for at least 20 years.
or is it one cycle of theirs is 20 of ours? I'm just trying to brain. So
What?
No, sorry.
one cycle of
So
Almiran around their sun is that equivalent?
to a quarter of a normal year.
Oh, quarter of a normal year. Okay, right.
Or no, a 20th of a normal year.
No, 20th
Yes.
of a normal year.
Fifth.
Or
That's the
fifth.
20%.
Okay,
So, hold on, I'll do math for you.
60 days ish. 36,
I have to do math now.
70.
But as the planet below is equatorially locked, you don't see seasons.
73
So you
days.
can't watch for the seasons. And it has no moon, so the space station is the only satellite of this planet,
Yep,
which is why the waters are so calm and forgiving.
makes sense.
So if they're going to be back in 100 years, it's a lot sooner than
Yep.
they'll be back in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
20 human years.
Plus
Yeah.
100 years by their reckoning.
So, will be our problem.
Depends on whether or
Potentially.
not we're here in 20
Yeah.
years.
Potentially if we're still Grand King
I mean, if
Kuba.
we're not in charge. But the family will be.
Hashtag not our problem.
So it can be determined by the heads of the family if they wish to continue.
Or they could look at a program to upload into the system to take it over.
Yeah, like they could look into either taking it over or coming up with some kind of neutrality with the AI on system.
The Meow virus.
But that's not an
Meow
us
virus.
problem. Send a Meow virus at it, and then they'll take care of the Scourge lickety split.
Who's to say it already?
Yeah, I know, right?
B1 did plug
B1
into them.
did phase with it, and he does have Meow virus.
He does.
So it is technically the Scourge. That's really funny to think about.
D1 might come back as a Scourge.
Or come back with pet Gungans thinking that was what he was referring to as a meow. Imagine the scourge of Gungans.
That's really funny.
Misa, take you over now.
Resistance is futile-less?
Use of resistance is Misa futile. And he goes, doesn't make any sense. Misa not care.
You're better at Gungan than I'll ever be. But then, kind of like Mike, I only really know Misa and Yusa, and that's about it.
feel like that's mostly the Gungan thing.
Moi Moi also goes in there a lot.
Pardon?
Moi Moi goes in there a lot.
Mm.
And Boomba, I think, were big.
So, he's authorized your ship already to be prepped for launch whenever you're ready.
Okay.
He's had Rumboom's cousins heavily questioned.
Needs to say good.
He does guarantee that damage won't be permanent, but it might take many months to heal.
Nissan okay?
After what they did to your ship?
Yep. Lisa says,
Yeah.
there's no way to Gunganize.
That's a
No,
raspberry.
that I was gonna say. Yeah, just
No, yeah. Oh, yes.
that whole thing.
How woo?
So he releases from our charge and gives us approval to try to find further parts of the ship. I guess realistically, we should probably go talk to Chandra,
Yes.
since we know at least that.
Sounds like a good first step.
Okay, so Chandra is still in the hangar. She hasn't left yet. Still setting up her area for doing sector and mapping so they can find planets for the mining corporation. It also gives them the ability to jump randomly into locations and say, I'm just checking.
Yeah. Well, it's a really great cover when you think about it. Because it's a lot of what goes on in the Star Wars universe. Mining is one of the main things of why they have wars, why they trade. You know, it's everything kind of relies on the materials gained from mining.
I'm just going to duck to the bathroom quickly. And then we should be able to see what Chandra says.
Yep.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna look up names and stuff.
So
So we got
there was
Chandra.
Fabian's name was something very dorky. I remember.
Dunstan.
Dunstan, that's it.
Valeria. Oh, I did not write these very well. I can't even read my own handwriting. Raric? Where is she? And
You might have them written down.
Guarantee Martin has them written down. It's just I apparently wasn't writing fluently when I wrote this because like
It's unusual for you not to take notes as well.
oh no I have notes on that. It's just I can't read
It's
it.
sci-fi.
Like usually I can read my own handwriting and remember what I wrote,
It's
but
written in Gungan.
something. I was like, oh,
Or Java.
this is an
Broom
ancient Mandalorian. I can't. That's not. I can't read it. So no, it's all good. Yeah, Dunstan. That was the name of Fabio.
Yeah. That's the only one I remember aside from Chandra Del.
Yeah. That's okay.
And I more specifically remember the order of things that happened with B1 because they were so important at the time.
And back again. So yes, you finally make it to the hangar, and she's there. She greets you, hi, how's everything going?
Good. We're about to head off to see whether or not we can track down Broom Broom's missing racer, the robot unicorn. And we wanted to check in before we left.
That sounds good.
Did you have specific questions to her?
And I'll say, Chandra, not meaning to offend in any way whatsoever, but the engine within your ship, the Whisper, did come up as a part of the robotic unicorn.
Oh, we bought it off a Gungan called Ebea.
Or Jawa.
Jawa.
Yeah, Jawa.
Yeah.
Well, he called himself a Gungan.
Very short, I'm sure.
Well, we never saw him in person. It was all by text.
Yeah, no, that sounds like eBay. Okay, so you bought the parts off of eBay. Did you know if eBay had any further parts for sale?
You might have to reprise your role.
I know, right?
You could even talk to yourself.
So he says, Elrood, you teeny! Elrood, you teeny! So, yes, she's surprised that he wasn't a Gungan, but that it didn't really matter. The engine was as promised. Though it did require some refitting, as it wasn't exactly the model she thought she was buying, but once she bought it, she didn't have enough to buy another.
Gotcha. Sounds like him.
And it looked like it'd gone through the ringer when it comes to damage, so they had to repair a big chunk of the engine as well as refit it.
Sounds like him.
And every now and then it has weird noise coming out of the engine as if something's just kicking randomly inside it.
It's probably the air conditioner's being plugged into the exhaust.
Do you have inclinations to fix all of that for them?
I was gonna say that sounds like an old trick of the trade for our our old friend Ivea.
Misa can have a look at that. Yes.
Well, it currently works, but they don't want to disconnect it from the ship because that's
Like that's their
many weeks' work.
yeah.
And then the ship's going to be offline for that entire time.
I guess I think I would have you perhaps offer if we can find her a replacement engine, would she be willing to part with that? I don't know. I'll leave that up to
Do you want your engine back?
Well, I mean, the engine by itself, without the
rest of it.
is
Pretty useless.
pretty, yeah.
But the engine is the signature of the ship.
Yeah,
so
so
the
like,
registered
you
signature
will-
is that the other
Yeah,
irrelevant
I mean-
one is the ship.
Like you'll want it, but at the same time, we know these guys are going to be operating out of here for a while.
So
I'm trying not to metagame and saying that we can trust them.
I mean,
Well, so far they've not lied to you. They've
They
dealt
have-
with you fairly.
They have
Yeah.
been fair. They have been sneaky, but they have been fair.
yes.
And it's not their fault that other characters got things out of context.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, like, feel like we could fully trust them. I can take them at their word at least. So
Yeah.
And at this stage, we're just asking if we can replace her engine with another one. Can we have the other engine?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Misa,
So you might want to track down that Gungan eBayer because dodgy.
Yeah, Misa can do an engine swap. Just need a.
That's why Vea was saying that he's a Gungan because Jawas are illegal here.
Yeah.
I do try to work other story things in.
Yes.
But yeah, Misa can do an engine swap. Just need a engine to.
I presume when we
Swap.
find the robot unicorn, whatever engine is in it, we could possibly take that engine out and swap it with the one that Shonadel has, presuming it's at least the equivalent in power and operation. as blasphemous as it might be, it's like if someone had swapped a Ford and a Holden engine around and you swapped them back.
God, blasphemy.
I can see your skate crawling.
Just even thinking of that. It's painful.
I'm on team. I just need a car,
Yeah.
any car, and I couldn't afford a decent Holden or Ford, so I'll take the i30 I have.
And slap a Holden badge on it.
No. That'll mean that somewhere in the middle of the night, someone will crush my car.
Mm.
You mean you don't take half a Ford and half a Holden badge and put both of them on?
No, that means somewhere in the middle of the night, 2 people will crush my car.
Yep.
It's really funny. So are you not? So will you offer not to Stronger?
Yeah, Misa, are we standing near her?
Yeah, we're talking.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
okay, yes, Misa would like to, basically do an engine swap, once, is the other ship still called the robotic unicorn, or is that
No,
tied to the...
That one's called the Whisper.
Oh, Whisper, okay, so...
But since its engine code comes up as a different ship entirely, it's essentially an incognito ship.
Yep, okay, so Misa will do a...
It's like a grey import.
yeah. Okay, so Misa will do a engine swap to get my engine that's currently in your ship put back into my ship, and Misa will put the engine from my ship into your ship.
What do you mean there's an engine in your ship?
I was gonna say, it's assuming a lot there, but yeah.
Mm.
It's assuming that your ship is still in a hole other than that part.
Misa says, don't throw out bad juju.
Question is how will the GM decide to find it?
That's where the rolls come in.
He might roll dice to determine that.
Well, she says the Gungan was operating off the planet Korad, and she managed to pick up the engine from the starport, if you can call it that, on the North Pole.
A North Pole of Korad?
North Pole of Korad, yes.
Sounds like that's our best lead on next place to go.
Sounds like that's where we're
I was
going.
gonna say,
You've been there before, you know it's basically a junk world.
yeah. I'm curious. Thay and I wouldn't have any idea of how to contact eBay, because eBay essentially
Do
disappeared when
I
we were
know
taken
how to
prisoner.
contact eBay since he was one of my team at some point?
Not anymore. Not when he went missing, when you got incarcerated.
Oh, I see. So we all got split and couldn't
Yeah.
find him.
And
Would the True Striker Network have any leads for us?
he went and disappeared from all ability to trace because people were hunting goers.
But he still uses eBay as a name, so maybe we can
Because humans are stupid,
try and track him down that way.
especially when the Empire is concerned.
So yeah, I guess we
So I might start off with Misa eBay.
Yeah.
maybe put in a request to the True Striker Network to see if what they can do in terms of a search.
I was gonna say, like, what they would like to do is send us to Korad.
Well, they might have a contact for us at Korad, which
Korad is that junk planet where there was only
okay.
one living soul.
Well,
there.
it sounds like no, the network's probably not going to be useful there.
Misa says we can always check Fox News.
I would hope that Martin didn't set up the True Striker Network just for it to not be as good as Fox News, but I gather
I feel
the
like
limitations
two
there for the
different phrases
reason
of
that
network
it means that we need to go out and look for ourselves.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, because what we remember from being on Korad is there was the one dude who claimed himself king, whatever, essentially, of
Yeah.
Korad. Outside of that, it's just a ship graveyard.
Yeah.
So, there were no other scan. souls.
And I think it was supposed to be like, it sounded like it was a Jawa that was calling itself king there, maybe.
No, it was a
Called a squib.
a
Oh,
squid.
a squib. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a squib?
Wait, didn't you say it was like a doggy looking?
I have
One.
pictures.
Because it's funny if that's true, because that makes him a
Those are very
junkyard,
dog-like.
a junkyard dog.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Very literal junkyard dog, isn't it?
Yep.
About the size of a child.
That makes
I'm
him
gonna
want
be
to pet dog.
Considering the Gamorrean guards are more than twice its height.
Alright.
And his name was Slythor,
Yes,
highest exalted ruler of Korad.
that's it.
And I'm sure Ebea is lowest exalted ruler of Korad.
Something like that.
Well, not so high.
Or isn't he fair the same height? Oh goodness.
I was going to say, they sound like they're roughly the same height.
Yeah, that's funny. So
Maybe he calls himself the hooded exalted ruler.
or it could be honored protectorate or salesperson of Korad. He could have made himself the so like you have the highest exalted ruler and then he's the salesman underneath him.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you got the manager and the salesman. Wait, hold on. I need to talk to my manager,
Sure.
and then it comes back with the deal, but
Yeah.
you're still
Yeah.
not getting a good deal.
Good deal. Yeah.
That's what.
I'm just going to go talk to my manager, and he walks into the storage room, closes himself in for a few minutes,
And then he comes
talks
back.
to himself and makes noises like he's having an argument, and then comes out and goes, oh, you know, this is the best I can do, and it's still a crummy deal.
Yeah.
What did you say his name was?
Slythor.
Who is the highest...
Exalted ruler of Korad.
Oh, forgotten how to spell exalted.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I know.
I'm just like.
I just started misspelling it straight away.
It's just like one of those words that you don't come across too much. So it's just like I know how to say it.
EXALT TED
That sounds
for
right.
exalted.
Yes.
Exalt
That
is
sounds-
EXALT.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm an editor, even if I'm not employable anymore. If
Still
I
an
didn't
editor.
know how to spell things,
Yes.
I really start to go.
Mm.
I'm losing my touch.
Especially for all those like homophones and
That's a picture of the planet's surface.
it's pretty cool.
Wow, it's just ships
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a couple of trees interspersed in amongst
So
them.
it's looking a lot
Actually,
like
there were no trees there. That was all ships.
it's gonna say it's all ships. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Your paper's half covering it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just thought what I could see off in the distance might have been some leaves or something.
No, it was a communications dish.
You're looking at a person whose glasses aren't even very good.
So it almost looks like the oh god, what's the planet called? Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
The
That
junk
planet,
world.
the junk planet, where everything like just all the lost things
Yeah.
fall.
Come through the wormhole
Yeah.
and fall onto the planet.
Yeah.
So does that
Like
make it...
You got Jeff Goldblum.
Considering you could turn up there at any point in history.
Yes.
From any point in history.
Yes. Yeah.
And all the junk shows up at roughly the same time.
Yes.
Which makes you wonder, how old is the Grandmaster?
Exactly.
Did he show up at the same time as everything else and just took over? Or
Yeah.
was he stranded here a long time ago and people created everything to drop him on him just
Mhm.
as a way to spite him?
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
I think that would be something Odin would have done.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm.
That would make sense for Marvel book Odin. So
Yeah,
Surprised he
well,
gets away with slavery then, but definitely does.
he wants his planet.
Well, probably because no one else goes there.
Yeah, but that doesn't automatically mean you should enslave everybody. Does it?
When you've got a stick that can turn everyone else into goo who tries to disagree with you.
Yes, but wouldn't that only happen if you were a spoilt child?
Welcome to being the thing. When you got the magic stick and you can get whatever you want, you become the spoiled child yourself.
Yeah,
We're
I
saying
try
he
not
didn't.
to.
We're trying to say that he didn't become the most morally high ground character.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, not
Anyway.
everyone has to be that.
We're
right?
talking about Korad being a junk planet. I brought up Thor Ragnarok.
It was a good
Yeah,
reference. I was just sort of
And it
thinking.
went there.
I was thinking on a more idealistic level, if I were given a magic stick that could turn people into goo, I might choose the higher ground. But
That's thinking within
Zap, zap,
within
zap.
yourself, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, not everybody is as amazing as you are.
Yes, no, I'd be zapping mofos.
Because I feel like all of us, excluding Mike.
Why
he
would-
just said he would be zapping
I'd be
people.
zapping.
Yeah.
On the dance floor.
That one lady.
Yeah.
Zap.
Walk into where I used to work,
I
and
don't
I'd
know,
be
I just-
zapping every.
I couldn't kill anyone. I might use the stick
Yeah.
to threaten to kill people, but I'm one of those. I have a tough
It
time.
doesn't-
So I was
killing
gonna say, same. Like every time I play any game where you're like, oh yeah, you use this, you can choose either all evil or all good. Always good, no matter what. I feel bad. It's a computer. I shouldn't feel bad.
people. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's true. It's like
Anyway.
if you're playing Saints Row and you decide not to be the thug.
Yeah,
That's the whole point.
exactly. Anyway, back to game.
Sorry.
It's okay. I played the thug
Mm.
because you can't not play the thug.
Yeah,
Because
well,
it's a game.
Yeah.
The game doesn't allow you to be
Yeah.
the good person.
Yeah.
I detracted from a very good point that Cassie was making about the similarities between the planet on Ragnarok and the shipyard junkyard.
I thought it was a fun conversation.
Yeah. Right, so I guess we're heading to Korad.
So it's only a couple of jumps away.
Uh,
Jesus is
I was gonna say it's 1, 2.
fortunately, we have the most skilled pilot in the sector.
Well, for sector or for planets, but not. It might be more than 4 jumps, but it's. I think it's 4
I should
planets.
bring it up at least.
Yeah.
Do you have your piloting skills? Because we're going to do 2 or 3 jumps.
Yeah.
Here's what I prepared earlier. See? I'm all ready.
I'm prepared too.
I'm prepared.
Look at us being prepared today.
It was Korad, wasn't it?
Korra with the K. Haha, I was right.
And that map now all has been cleaned up to work properly.
Nice.
I just got to
What does
add.
that mean?
You can actually navigate to it properly.
So you can
from
click
the-
on it, or
You can get to it from Galaxy, and so on Galaxy, when that loads up, shows you the big galaxies.
Ooh.
But what's off to the side, I'll have to fix that bit. But when you look at sectors, you can go straight to the Elrood Sector, and has information about the regions. You've got trade routes, locations, and details, which aren't filled out yet. But getting
But
there
that
slowly.
part's good.
Mm.
That's so cool.
So there is some sort of breaking there somewhere because it stops at K. So it means I've made a mistake somewhere in there.
I fix it later. No, that's really cool.
It is.
it's an iterative
We
progress.
scroll a little
Yeah, I
bit.
was going to say, we
I
need
gotta
to
say.
scroll down.
So we're Almaran, so we go
on
1
Almaran.
jump Terrinoth, 1 jump Mercy, 1 jump Korra.
There are 3 jumps.
3 jumps.
Is that 3 dice?
Technically 3 dice.
Ah. Well, here we go.
Or you can actually work it into a single jump if you increase the difficulty.
Do you want to increase the difficulty into a single jump?
We know how that went.
Does increasing the difficulty involve a red dice?
Potentially, yes.
I would then say,
Well, it's normally increasing adds purple, upgrading adds red.
as far as I can tell of what Mike's preferences are, no red dice would be preferred.
That would be the difficulty.
And
It's
what
hard.
So do I
green
use
would we get?
do I use planetary space?
Space.
Piloting planetary or piloting space?
Astrogation.
Oh, astrogation. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the
I've,
mapping
I've got
part.
that as well. So that's 1, 3.
One
So
yellow,
one yellow,
4 green. 3 green.
3 green.
And let's see, I think you might have other
was gonna say, do you
abilities
have a
as
special
well.
ability
Let's
apply?
see.
All those.
Not that one.
Accurate weapons, blast, defensive, disorient, limited ammo, pierce, stun, sunder, and vicious. No. No.
He should have popped up. Galaxy map. Oh. Why isn't it working here? Okay. So yes, there are things you have, but it hasn't popped up on that one. I'll just look on this one.
Oh, so those were meant to be clicked.
Right.
That just hasn't clicked.
They all brokey.
Yeah, they all broke.
Sometimes happens when you're building a
Yep.
reference system as big as that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. So somewhere in there it broke. I will look it up in, because you have Galaxy Mapper, which helps you, I believe. They're in the books. Reduces the difficulty, I think.
Yeah.
That part's important.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you always handy. See if I can find it. 1, 2, 6.
That is a mad droid.
Oh, that looks cool.
That's what I'd imagine the medical droids look like.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's terrifying.
No wonder
C-
Ash did not trust
C4.
them.
C4PO. Uses C4 and tells you to PO.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remove that
And
automatically.
still remained within the PG realm.
Yeah. Which I didn't manage to do earlier, so. Did you want a cushion for that chair? Or are you just getting closer for the dice?
Yes.
You can move
Okay,
the chips too
so
if you want.
basically that ends up being your dice roll.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst.
That black one as well, or
No, that one was
Oh, no.
discounted.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can try to move the camera closer.
I was gonna say.
I
Do
was
you
going
wanna
to
go
say.
camera?
Oh no, that's right. I can use that one. Oh good.
Oh, that one goes. That one goes. That one goes. That turns into that, and that turns into that. So you did succeed.
Oh, well, that's good news.
Then I get the look
What did. What's he?
Ish.
Ish? Uh oh. that's. Was there threats?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was no red dice, so got
That's
to win.
always fun.
Yeah.
Then they can add in for astrogation specifically what extra stuff you can give someone.
Chicken nuggies through drive-through.
you stopped at a space McDonald's.
You
Yeah.
order that and you
they-
get an apple
and
pie.
the ice cream
Yeah.
machine was not working.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
setback.
So, you spend about half a day traveling,
Okay.
and you drop in the system, and you see this red dot in the distance.
Red's good. Oh no, that's on that ship.
Yeah, we're not in the space station anymore.
Right, okay.
And you realise you're probably about 2 days out of system, out of the hyperdrive line.
Little too early.
Unlike the tactically coming in early, you sort of came in way too early.
Yep. Well, does our ship have enough fuel and stuff that...
It does.
You can ride it out.
It can ride it out. It's the hyperdrive uses more fuel than the engines.
Yeah.
You have a couple of months worth of capacity.
Okay, perfect.
multiple Nuggies runs.
I was going to say, it depends on how many Donald Macs are along the way. Or is it Jack Hungries?
Jack Donald's.
Yeah,
Jack Donald's. That's pretty good.
The problem is now I want both of those, and this is not really recommended. Shouldn't have even had the chips, but I have a very subjective brain.
So it doesn't
Yeah,
out.
that's true. Yeah. Alrighty. Right, so we're 2 days out of what it was the hyperlane.
Yeah, out of the hyperlaning arena, allowing you to jump to the next location.
Okay, so it takes us 2.5 days to get to there.
Then you get to roll again
Then we roll again.
for the next jump. Black dice away, so don't worry about it. Yep.
Hooray! That's a blank.
That is a blank.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
those are. That one's
Is that...
That doesn't sound good.
good-ish.
Okay, so that and that.
Is the yellow one a good one? Or
That's
is
a
that
that's a very good one.
bad? Oh,
But you also have a lot of bad ones.
And the bad ones can remove the good ones.
Well, not for the very good one. It's weird.
The triumph doesn't necessarily mean you succeed.
because
Just often means you feel good about not succeeding.
Well, that's the advantage part. The advantage
Okay, so
makes you feel good.
you ended up with 2 failures, an advantage, and a triumph.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
triumph says there's probably a better route,
right.
allowing you to recheck. But I would add a 2 blue dice for the better route.
Can
Okay.
either of us assist? Probably not, because I don't have astrogation.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has the best astrogation. So
Yeah. I've got
It's
0
not
ranks
us.
and 3 interlink.
Right, so 2 of
I'm just
those.
double checking. Yeah,
That's what triumphs are good for.
I have nothing, so. That was better.
Always good to get rid of the positive dice so quickly.
No. From whose perspective?
Well, it makes counting so much easier.
Don't you want us to succeed?
Try it.
Okay.
No.
After banging away on the system, you just hear the bow bow.
I'm surprised you didn't use Sirenscape for that. Wah, wah, wah.
I can.
You don't need Sirenscape, you've got us.
But that's it.
See? Now I have to try and do something to figure this out.
Apparently, the shortcut you thought of wasn't quite the shortcut you were hoping. Maybe it's a moment in time. Or the Empire has closed it off somehow.
So, what are our options as players to get around this?
Getting around that.
Is there options?
If
It generally takes time. So it's not a you're damned if you
can't, yeah.
if you can't, unless you're trying to escape from an Imperial patrol at the time. Or pirates.
Yeah,
not being able to do it is where the bad things come in.
If Kayano was gonna try,
Mm-hmm.
I only have 3 greens. Is the difficulty check still the same?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Except the 2 blue go away and a black dice gets added.
No, black is added, so that just, it's not very useful for me to even try, so it's just maybe if we take some extra time and then retry? But, like, we're outside of Terrinoth.
Mm-hmm.
Could we comms to the nearest port and ask, hey, what's the hyperspace codes to get to there? See?
You can.
Let's try that.
Okay, so
Okay.
As you call up, they say,
Hoi,
okay, hoi hoi in return.
Yeah.
They're Gungans.
Misa need hyperlane codes to get
Where is he?
to Marisi.
So you sir, broom broom racer.
Misa the one.
You said the one.
Misa the one and only.
Me lost lots of money on you, sir. You're one and only.
Misa says that was an imposter.
That's a good line. Very
Me
good
said
line.
no, think so.
Misa's Misa came second in last race. Misa was in.
Yes. Me said bet you come first.
Well, that's just a mistake.
Mm. Misa says that's what she said.
You said so you said
If
should
he
drive
wins
faster.
every time, the bets go down.
Mm.
He's got to come second occasionally.
Mm.
Even out the odds. Make sure Big will win when he does come first.
Mm.
I don't know if
And
that
you hear a
helps.
raspberry over the comms.
How
Me-
rude.
Misa says,
How rude.
and if I had have timed that better, I could have.
Oh, play the sound clip.
I was going to say, I've got presents. Surely I can make an impact.
I'm sure you could probably ask very nicely.
I'm sure you could. Okay.
Well, we're doing it together. Maybe it's a joint effort. There you go.
So
That's not enough, though.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
so you get to make a negotiation check.
I'm good in
Oh.
negotiation.
Good.
I got a rank. And 3 presents.
So, okay.
I have nothing in negotiation.
Well, isn't it lucky I started talking?
I could use Skulldugger.
No, you're not trying to use criminal element at this stage. You're trying to convince someone to help you.
Yeah, so negotiation.
Negotiation
is the
or
one.
charm.
Charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which for you is both just 2.
I'm better at negotiation.
And-
I've got 1 rank in
Yep.
negotiation and 3 presents.
Yeah, so this would be
2
Thea.
purple.
The answer was nothing. That came out as nothing.
You mean I really should have rolled my own dice?
Apparently.
Apparently, as you try to negotiate, in the middle of your negotiation, you get, how rude.
I'll try a different tactic. Next time he's racing, we'll try to give you a tip off. How about that? Are you gonna let me roll my own dice?
Yeah.
Well, you did ask to do so.
Yes.
Nah.
And so you
No,
actually
that's
succeed
good.
that time.
Yeah. So it's that's the roll.
2 successes and a setback.
Do you determine the setback?
Yep, that's right.
Yep,
That's
okay,
right
cool.
So yes, as he agrees to sell you the route, he sells it to you for 150 credits.
Okay. So we're comsing Terrinoth?
Yes.
One of the space stations you used to work out of.
Yeah.
I can actually pay 150 credits out of my.
I'm happy to.
Oh, alright.
We'll split it.
Alright.
Negotiate.
Lisa transfers you 75 credits.
Nah.
Alright, so that was. So he gets us the code.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to roll to use the code?
No, you just put them in. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. And
Okay.
you get a happy noise.
Yay. I like-
Windows loading. Are you always happy when you hear that noise? You're not happy when you don't hear the noise after pushing the button.
No, it's great
What's
because
that?
like everything
Windows
pops,
loading noise.
everything pops up and everything is there, but nothing is clickable. And then you wait a couple seconds and then it goes. Ba-da-ba. Oh, I'm just like, oh, I thought you were on this whole time. No,
Yep. No.
no,
You were loading.
it was loading.
Because you were slow as a turtle.
And so you just pull the lever and it leaps away.
Whee!
A few hours later, you'll find yourself appearing in Marisi.
Yep.
Right in the space lane. That's about an hour away from the planet.
Okay, that's good. That's exactly where you want to be.
Well, that's the standard point they drop everyone out of.
Yes.
Which means if pirates were attacking, they know exactly where to attack.
So now we have to give mercy to Korat.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the investigation check?
Cool. So it's everything bar blue, or is it with?
You don't get the blue at this
Okay.
stage.
So you can always put that tray under the camera if you want to. You've got a good reach though.
He also has a good chance.
Not so many whammies.
Okay, so that ends up being 3 successes and 3
Woohoo!
threat.
So now we go on to Korat?
Okay, so it goes into the system. And you pull the lever. You're always worried when that thing happens.
Yep.
Because sometimes you don't come out the other side.
Yep.
And then the clock just keeps counting past when you're expecting to be there.
Uh-oh.
So about 2 hours past your expected arrival time, it tells you that you're there.
Is
we
this
there
because we were
yet?
talking about Microsoft taking so long to load?
Are we there yet?
Are you ready now?
Are we there yet?
And then you find yourself dropped in right next to the planet Korai. So you got the perfect coordinates, it just took longer.
Mm.
We got stuck behind an L plater.
I'll happily take that.
Got stuck behind an L plater in single carriage lane.
Yeah. Shame it wasn't a P plater. No
You wouldn't catch
knowledge
up
of
to
where
them.
the break was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And you can actually, on your scopes, shows you where the beacon for the North Pole landing site being almost directly below you.
okay, so I guess we can go below.
Comes in and
Well, but again, could we scan for life forms?
You
from
can
this
scan for
area?
life forms.
Let's do that first, because
Yeah.
from what we know, it's just the one
should be
on planet, but now we're expecting
2.
at least 2.
Yep.
So
A Jawa and a
What?
squib.
assuming eBay doesn't have all his cousins there as well. So
So
Check his little-
what's that? Is that a
That is a computer use check.
computers? Okay, I have that.
Well, you have
That's-
all the best skills for piloting.
So that's a 1 + 3.
And it would be a 3 difficulty to scan the surface. It's not an average check because conditions aren't ideal.
yeah,
Cool. Oh no, you can do it.
it's okay.
No,
Okay.
you do it.
I like how
How
we're
bad can it go?
indecisive. Very bad is the answer.
Well,
So-
it's one of those things when you count up the failures and go, I did think that could happen.
all those gone. 1 failure.
One failure. Nope, you don't pick up any life forms on the planet whatsoever. Maybe they've left.
Okay. Kyle doesn't have any computers. I mean, she could try.
You can sound like a computer. Beep, 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 beep.
People. I mean, he is piloting while also trying to do this, so he's a little distracted. So Kayada will go ahead and give it a go and just be like, no, you have to do blah blah.
You
blah,
do
blah,
piloting
blah.
stuff. Step, slap, 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 slap.
I was like, just fly the ship. I'll do this. Kayana's worse at it.
That is the most possible failures you can actually roll
Get
on
out
those
of this.
dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a talent.
It's a very good talent, apparently. I need it to do the other way. I need to get the most possible successes.
It is surprising that you managed to get
That was actually really
6 failures on 3 dice.
That was really funny.
Very hard to get.
Yeah.
I think they only have one facing that has those symbols on it.
You know, that's
Achievement
why it's really
unlocked.
funny.
Pops up above your
So,
head.
yeah, just pointing out, Kayana doesn't know what she's doing with computers.
So,
So it's very silly that she did this.
as you're going tap, 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 tap on the thing,
Yeah.
after you're saying it's not really working, you hear the booting up thing. You manage to reset the system.
See, now it's working.
Windows 3.1.
Kind of.
Oh, you didn't roll back, you just reset. Could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse. So yeah,
Does.
kind of be like, yeah, it's not really working. Whatever, we could head down to the planet unless they would wanna go at it, which I'm sure she would. So we can wait for her to come back. But
So okay, you can head down while waiting.
yeah. Yeah, there's only one facing that has that.
Yeah.
That's how skilled I am.
And considering there's only one facing that has 2 threat on it as well.
Yeah.
And you managed to roll that a few times.
Yes. They're loaded. I'm just kidding.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
There's no way you can not load those things when you cut parts out of it.
Yeah.
So Ariadna, they've reported that there's nothing on the planet.
Not anything at all.
Well, the sensors don't even pick the planet up at all, but that's beside the point.
It's called
What skill is this?
Computers.
computers,
Okay.
which it falls under.
Which I don't
Intelligence.
think I've got any.
But you at least have a decent intelligence.
So I
at this
should
stage.
give it a shot or assist.
Yeah,
You could. They blamed it on so many other things.
because we blamed it that Broom Broom is also piloting the ship at the same time, so he's a little distracted.
Yeah, fair
Kayana
enough.
is Kayana and can't do computers.
The leader, not a computer person.
Yeah. So if Thea wants to go at it.
Sure, I'll
So
give it a
Thea
shot.
has 1 yellow and 2 green.
Oh, you're better than Kayana at this.
Do you want to roll for me?
No.
No, I asked the cat.
Yeah, he does.
Oh god, he's got pokey claws. He's got the needle sharp.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
So that ends up being a
Is that more good than bad?
triumph and 2 threat.
Great.
So you can pick up the planet. It's all there.
Yeah.
There's also ships on the planet, but besides that, there seems to be some interference. You think natural radiation or something like that, or maybe unnatural radiation from all the crashed starships.
What if we changed position or went closer?
I was gonna say.
Well,
maybe
talking about landing.
at this
Yeah.
stage, it's perhaps
Maybe.
best just to try to go ahead and land.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to take the risk.
Look at him.
He's very happy at the moment.
He's so happy.
It was loud demands for picky uppy patty.
Yes. I'm thinking Thea needs a little furry friend too.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Or even a droid friend, but
A little shoulder droid.
shoulder droid, yeah.
Yeah.
Little parrot.
Yeah.
That way I can be a pirate.
Would be cool.
Does this mean we take a leg off as well?
No, I can have all my limbs.
I'm already
You can have a peg limb.
I can take inspiration from Dragon Farkle and have the pirate cat.
Yes. There you go.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. Does our Broom Broom crash?
No. No. Land safely.
Well, it's in the title. I thought I'd ask.
No. So do I have to do a landing check?
That's a piloting space.
That's piloting space. So that's
Yeah.
1 plus 3.
I'm happy to assist you if needed.
So
Or
1 plus 3, and I'm guessing 3 of those.
Just 2.
Just 2. Even better.
It's not a hard thing to fly into the planet.
Unless you're me rolling.
Though it is quite possible to literally fly into the planet.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
Is that
so...
It was interesting.
That doesn't sound like it was good.
I think Vroom Vroom does crash.
So, Broom Broom with 1 failure and
Oh crap! I really should have assisted.
5
5 advantages.
advantages,
Yeah, you're a happy cat.
Comes in for a landing on this planet riddled with much in the way of debris.
I'm gonna say it's probably not a very good landing area.
A lot of debris. Doesn't that make sense though? Because it's a junkyard planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming in for landing, all your systems start to short out. Because technically I can short out...
Sounds like we might have to work on the ship before we can leave. You know, you've got me in the most uncomfortable position possible, but you're so happy.
Yeah, he is very happy.
Look at your face.
But you're managing
Yeah, the
to
face.
ignore all those systems coming in.
Try not to laugh at him.
Of course, you know where the bottom is.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this crunching noise, and you go, ooh, landing gear.
That's funny. Okay.
Landing gear is the droid beneath us.
Don't tell me we walk out of the ship and we see 2 little feet stuck out from underneath the ship. Red
There's no
sneakers.
place like home. There's no place like home.
And as Broom Broom pushes the landing gear
of course it's shut.
button, you see the ship start to rise up shakily from where it had landed on its belly.
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
usually you need that one on.
You're going to be so disappointed, but I cannot maintain this position for much longer.
But he's so comfy.
He is, but I'm extremely uncomfy.
Yes.
Which is what he likes. He's also very heavy for me.
Yeah.
It's okay, you can always just tip him upside down, that will make him happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that to him too.
It's funny.
Until too much blood brushes to the head and it's like,
Yes.
You know, he's just going to walk around the corner of the couches and then loudly demand to be picked up again.
quite possibly. Or he'll be happy. So yeah, so you're on the planet, you see ships crash on the planet as far as the eye can see.
So we're not the only ones who
So it's a Java's dream.
have trouble.
I know this has been the dumping ground of starships for
I
as
was
long as you can
putting it
remember.
in as a positive light as we could.
Oh, that's the fact that it's not just us that crashed? Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know how much of
Everybody.
a positive that all the
Everybody
jump
has trouble
ships end
landing.
up here. Yeah, no, I get you.
Well, that's my hope. So we are actually landed though. We're not crashed. We just landed badly.
Well, any crash you can walk away from is a good landing, they say.
Fair enough.
And it is in Brum Brum's name. And it's the first time he's actually crashed.
Next time I roll the dice. I don't know. That's not a guarantee.
And you hear this clang, 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 clang on the door.
Open the door.
Door starts to open and then gets stuck on something.
Okay. Try to figure out what the door's stuck on.
Looks like you've opened the door on a droid.
Oh, okay. Tell the droid to move aside so the door can open.
You hear this wheezy voice going, "Door pinning me."
Close the door again.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Clang, 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 clang.
Open the door.
It opens fully this time.
Apologies for almost squishing you. Did not realise where you were in position to the door. I wanted to respond to your
I was knocking on the door.
knocking as soon as possible.
Did not realize it would fold out.
Yep, it's one of those.
It happens to be one of those.
So, My name is MT 70.
70 or 7T?
70.
As in T for...
M
7.
for Mary, T for Tom, the number 7, and another T for Tom.
Yeah, that's it. Because, yeah, it could have been 70, 70, or 7T for Tom.
Or 17.
Yeah, or, yeah, 17. Yep, lots of... So, MT70. That's going to be fun to keep saying.
Yep.
Greetings, MT70.
Are you with Renewal?
No, we've,
There's a big sigh.
who's Renewal?
They left me here.
Oh, you're not meant to be here?
I was brought here, yes,
To perform a service?
to work for Renewal.
I see. Who are Renewal?
I cannot remember. That has been deleted.
Oh. This sounds like a gross oversight.
It
Oh.
does. I feel very robbed.
You should. How long have you been here? I'm guessing years?
That memory has been deleted. I don't remember.
Is there anyone else here that you can talk to?
What's it from? That memory has been deleted. I'm sure there's someone here. He says, turn over and looks at the next person next to you.
Has he lost his mind?
Before we,
considering how much he's had part of his brain deleted.
Before we get too distracted...
I just recently watched Treasure Planet, and there's that little robot that's like that.
There's a what?
In Disney's Treasure Planet.
Yes, which I've seen several times that have no memory of because...
There's a little robot that is missing his brain.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and like that's the whole joke.
Yeah, well I think that's been caused by too many deletions.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I introduce him to Kayana and Broom Broom Cash, and tell him that
Crash, is that your style?
so determined, and it's disappeared. He's got to log in.
No, I just had to unlock my phone.
Yeah.
Lisa says,
We had to find you a better clip.
yes.
We're just gonna have to find you a little soundboard. I wonder if Sirenscape do that.
They wouldn't do Star Wars like
That's
that,
license.
but you can
Is
get
it a
Star
license?
Wars soundboards.
Okay. Yeah.
I had one for R2D2 for quite a while.
We're here.
Yes, you are. This is called Korad. Welcome to Korad.
Thank you. We're trying to find a
I'm
ship.
here. You found
We
me.
were looking for a ship.
He points. This ship hit me.
Broom Broom Cash, do you have any experience with robotics, and is there perhaps some way we might be able to help this
Misa,
droid function a little bit better? Don't you have all the mechanics?
Misa fixed B1. Misa's not going to say the statement from the great philosopher Jeremy Clarkson, but
MT70, would you mind if our mechanic gave you an upgrade?
Upgrade? It's been a while since I've had an upgrade. Last time I had an upgrade was memory deleted.
I like the way you talk.
I take it that you would not mind if we attempted to give you an upgrade then?
Mind, I could do with an upgrade to my mind.
Yes, yep. Should we get him onto the ship and just see, because he might be very helpful, he just might need an upgrade. Otherwise, we might just, I don't know, I feel like he's a rescue dog and we need to adopt him.
Please? I love him.
I have a feeling that if I don't suggest it, that Kayana definitely, it'll be snuck in her rucksack.
Yes.
So I take him into the
Workroom.
Workroom. I was going to say engine bay, but workroom. And I plug him into the diagnostics equipment to start
Okay.
with.
I
to
do
figure
have
out-
some computers.
So plugging him into the diagnostic equipment is fairly straightforward. You have these lists of red lines all down the page. So to start off with, you're so relieved until you realise on this system red is bad.
Yeah.
Can I assist with the roll since I have computers if it's a
Well, it's saying he
computing
didn't
roll?
need to make a roll.
Oh,
did you?
okay.
Oh, okay.
I was getting ready to do so.
So was I. I was thinking.
As you see that he's had partial memory wipes that have gone over memory wipes,
Is he repairable?
He's corrupt.
and he's had
Factory.
some of his base programming wiped.
Oh, I was going to say a factory reset. Would that?
You could try it. Do you have the discs?
No, I don't have
We
the
might
DOS.
need to see if we can track down parts for him.
I don't
It
have
might be
the-
a long-term project.
I don't have the DOS boot discs.
Just because they don't come with all their bits and pieces doesn't mean you don't rescue them
But
anyway.
you do get dates from the inside of the panel when you open it. If he was rolled here not long after getting off the production line, he is over 3,000 years old.
Wow. Still functioning. To some degree.
Well, they're built to last.
3,000 of our years or pirate or scourge years?
3,000 of your years,
Our years.
dated as the Old Republic, and he's listed as being a public relations droid.
Cool.
His job is to make people happy.
Well, he
Morale on our
does
ship can get low at times.
in terms of the system currently, in terms of the central planets, they're currently Empire?
In the
Like
central
Coruscant
planets, Coruscant is the
or-
Empire. Yeah.
They're Empire right now.
There,
Okay.
there are no known rebel-only planets.
Okay. I'm just trying to place, like, what's the government situation?
Government situation would be the Empire dictates everything,
Yeah.
and individuals either say yes or get screwed over.
Or try to.
Or get Darrowkind.
Derelin, yeah.
Yeah, Darrowin.
Alright,
And as he predates the Empire, he doesn't have any of the Empire stuff in.
Yeah.
well, at least we know he's kind of trustworthy. But I suspect that he will be like a lopsided puppy dog.
He also has this blurb inside for renewal about how it's to reuse that which has fallen, repurposing that which was old, and all about making use of what was to help with what will be
Yeah.
a brighter future.
So he's built by a bunch of hippies. Got it.
Yeah. Alright, question is do we bring him along with us? Or we go and try and find people to talk to?
Oh, he's coming with me.
Yep, okay.
I was gonna say, whatever we do, like, escort him off the ship, whatever, I don't know what they would like to do, but Kayana would just be like, hey,
Well,
we're not going to leave him behind.
we can't really trust him on the ship just in case
Not
it's
don't leave him
in
alone.
case it's an act.
Having had one do that to you previously.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to just immediately trust him. But I
I
still have my ionization blaster, but I don't plan to
can
use
I
it.
so we've scanned to see if there's anything any faults with him. Can we scan to see if there's any trackers or
Yep.
learning from past mistakes?
Yeah.
Can we check to see if there's any trackers or
Any bad stuff?
whammies or
Additional profiles.
extra bits that are on him?
Okay, scanning him through, he does not contain any weaponry.
Okay.
He does not have any what you consider useful skills.
No.
He's not a mechanic.
He's purely
He's
a
not an
companion.
astrogator. He's not a fighter. But he does like to talk, except for half his programming for talking has been corrupted.
Yeah.
A lot of his words are replaced with memory deleted.
Is there any chance that we can improve him over time, though? Yeah. So we could find parts for him.
So he's like C3PO on meth. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a translator droid.
No.
Imagine,
He's not even that useful.
No.
Imagine C3PO who could only speak one language and was high all the time.
So do you happen to have a image of an MT-70 robot?
We'll see if I can find one.
Because I figure if he looks cute, then Kayana is going to not just adopt him, but stick him in a rucksack and carry him around.
I was gonna say, I don't know what size this droid
That's
is.
what I mean. If he turns out to be little droid,
Kayana will never admit to it that how much this droid amuses her.
But it keeps trying to give me MTT droid.
well,
Not quite the same.
as soon as I found out that it was left behind and forgotten, you're just kind of like, no one gets forgotten in our family.
That's it.
Is it like Wall-E?
Yeah. Could be.
Cute.
Or that little...
Wow.
The-
Eve.
Eve, yeah.
Or that little thing with BB-8.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm asking.
the one with like the nosy bit, the
Yes.
this or whatever.
It looked like
I
a
liked
puppy.
that one.
Mm.
That one
And
was fun.
acted like one too.
I mean, I like BB-8 too.
Yeah. But that was the even puppier droid.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, so it doesn't actually state there, so it can be whatever I want it to be. So it can be a small little puppy-sized droid.
I was gonna say, can it be like a pit droid almost? Cute.
Puppy-like small droid. Okay. Yep. All good.
There you go.
I like it.
You now have a puppy in the family.
Could be like Bernie. Call me one from Wally.
Mm.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing bad in him, as in bombs or...
Whatever.
It seems as some of his wiring has been stripped out. Some of his chips have been taken.
So
And he will randomly boot up even if you shut down.
so we just need to
He's a demonized Furby. Okay.
look at maybe upgrading him in time.
Maybe getting a couple extra chips.
But he does have original paint job, even if it's really dinted, scraped and faded. But it's still original as packaged.
We will look at even updating his paint job if he wants to and fixing up his dents.
I mean,
Storing.
Vintage.
We will
renewing.
get there.
Sorting with actual powder coating. No spray cans.
Now that we're down on the planet, can I do another scan for life?
You can.
What skills do I need to do?
That
for
is computing.
I have 1 rank in computer
And it's still
and
3
3
purple.
in intelligence.
So that would be 2 green, not 2 green.
Unless you wanted
if
to
I
do
do
it
it-
my assisted.
If you assist, you could add a blue because you've got
Do you
similar
want
skills.
me to roll or do you want to roll? You can roll.
So as long as it's not me.
Apparently, I'm
It's...
crap. That yellow's a blank.
You've sowed the seed of self-doubt.
Sorry.
No, that's alright.
Oh damn.
So it ends up being a 2 successes and a threat.
Okay.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The camera's very weirdly done. I think it has frozen.
Might have.
No, it's working.
It's working. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just odd angle.
that way.
I think
Right.
the tripod and the stand and all that are slightly out of whack, as sometimes happens.
Yep.
Okay,
We're
so
not
yes.
exactly using brand new gear.
You do pick up that the you do pick up that there are life forms on the planet, but they are distant and moving. So most likely have some sort of vehicle movement.
Moving towards or away?
Don't seem to be moving in your direction.
No central comms like the squid that we encountered earlier, Slythor.
He was more on the southern side of the planet.
Okay. And can I try putting out a comms to see whether or not someone answers?
Okay. Putting out comms, you connect straight away to what's called the eBay Yuana network.
Okay, well that's kind of what I was hoping for.
And it says 10 credits for connection fee, please.
I'll pay.
Yeah, alright. eBay, this is... They...
You have reached the comms of the Great Gungan eBayer. Please leave a message for 50 credits.
Yeah. It is there. If you overcharge me for this, I will find you, and I have a lightsaber now. We are landed on the North Point, North Starport, is it?
Yes, the Northern Hemisphere, North Pole Starport.
We would like to talk to you about a deal.
And you hear a beep beep. Message has been recorded and shall be passed on. You shall receive a reply in use amount of time.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright, so these vehicles that I can tell that are off in the distance, do we have any smaller vehicles that we can move around in?
You didn't bring any with you.
Okay, so, well...
I was gonna say, how easily can our ship move on planet? Is it kind of like...
Well, you might need to do a few repairs.
Okay, well maybe we should run a few
Is-
repairs
Are
on
we
the ship
talking?
first.
Are we talking something like a aircraft carrier going around, or is this?
I was gonna say,
Hard to tell, just that you can get signals of energy
No,
signatures.
as in our ship. How?
The size of your ship would probably be a bit bigger than this house.
Right.
About
Okay.
that size.
Yeah, it's not a huge
I was
ship.
trying to picture it. It's like, are we on the space station? Or
No,
okay.
we've landed, as far as I know, on a North Starport
Mhm.
on the planet of Korad.
Right. Okay.
And
at the starport, it says you are 500 meters from the surface of the planet from the starport tower.
Right.
You're landed on the
sense.
tower.
makes sense.
so you've got good aim, but bad landing capacity.
Well,
There's so much junk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, well, no, I'll take that back then.
Yeah.
you managed to miss all the junk.
Hmm. Okay. So I will use my mechanics skill, and I will fix.
So for your mechanic skill, it would be 3 purple because it's not as easy to fix things while standing out in the weather here.
3 purple, and I've got mechanics 3 yellow
And I think 1 green.
and 1 green.
Okay.
Well, that is definitely a good success. So it's 3 successes.
Misa says, "Great shot, kid. That was what I need."
It doesn't take eBay that long, a couple of hours work, and it's now back to normal green lights in the cockpit.
Right. It's just you got a little. You just have to like kick. All right.
Yep.
And you could probably crawl down past the ships to the bottom of the tower if you really want to.
Why do you suggest these things?
Because I make it sound plausible, and you go, I'll do that.
I'll ask MT. MT, do you remember seeing other beings other than us on planet?
Yes, I remember seeing memory deleted on this planet.
Do you remember where they were on this planet?
Yes, I remember they were at memory deleted.
MT, could you direct us to where they were?
He might remember that one thing.
It's sort of looking around puzzled.
MT, have you traveled down to the tower below?
Yes, I have. Down below is memory deleted.
Ah, empty. Is that a place that we should go?
MT pauses. It's just sitting there. Doesn't seem to be. Is hearing this grinding noise.
I'll be like, that's all right, MT. MT, would you like to travel with us?
He's still processing.
Yeah. He's frozen. I'm frozen.
MT, you're now travelling with us.
He's still processing their last request.
MT, stop processing last request.
There's a bit of a audio sigh.
Control of delete.
Stop task.
MT, you are now following us.
MT beeps happily.
Right, did we get anywhere while I was doing the soda stream?
No.
Alright,
I fixed the ship.
alright, let's maybe try and do a low glide in the direction of the nearest vehicles. If the ship is fixed. I gather that's what you were suggesting,
Yeah.
or going towards when you were talking about how far away these vehicles are and whether we can fly towards them. So, do we need to do a roll for that, or is that just role playing?
That's just role playing at this stage.
Okay.
Because
Everyone
it's
is relieved.
simple. The hardest part was trying to land on the small landing bed.
Yeah.
Though you do think that the tower you landed on might have had tracking systems.
Oh, okay.
But of course you'd have to climb down to the bottom to get in.
Can I reverse slightly and try that first?
Could.
Okay. Do you guys want to come with me and have a look below?
Yep.
We should probably lock up the ship in case eBay comes and tries to claim it and sell it on us.
Yes.
Yes, lethal systems engaged.
Should be able to do that.
It is a Mandalorian ship. Hopefully eBay can't just steal it. But we've said we've locked it, so hopefully we've closed that loophole Martin might use. Alright.
And we closed the door.
Yes.
That's a major thing.
Yep.
So many times the hero leaves the door open, and then they get back in, they just walk on
I
in.
just presume that if you lock the ship, the door's closed, because most ships wouldn't lock unless the door's closed, right?
They can lock out the computers, they can lock out the engines, they can lock out
So
many
you've got to
different
get down to that nitty-gritty detail of we close the door.
things. Mike said he closed the doors.
I'm learning from past mistakes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, I guess I just... In terms of role-playing, you kind of sometimes you don't want to...
You can assume a certain amount, but the GM shouldn't have to assume everything.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway, how do you get down to the base of this tower? Let's have a look around.
There are multiple ways. How does Thea think would be the best way to do it?
Well, I guess I'm rolling a perception roll because...
You can do that.
I don't really
They
want
have
to,
Thea do
but I
it for you.
presume that I have to.
Well, if the player could think of a way to do it, that would be different.
Okay, I look around. And like this landing pad.
Looks like it's the top of the tower.
So I'll have a look around the edges and see if I can see some sort of trapdoor, some sort of... I'm trying to avoid rolling at this stage.
Slide. Fireman's pole.
Yeah, pole, ladder, trapdoor, way
Escalator.
or means through or around elevator that's hopefully working.
You have a look around the top of it. The top of it seems to be fairly solid.
Okay.
It is about 40 meters across.
What about the edges? Is there any sign
And the
of...
edges look as if they sort of curve off.
And there's no trapdoors or anything like that?
Doesn't look like it was designed for people to get on top of.
It looks like it's abseiling.
So get out our climbing gear. We do have climbing gear. It's
You'd also
still
do
in
a
my gear
perception
list.
roll.
Yeah, let's do a perception roll.
What's your...
For me, I've got one rank and it's cunning. So perception's not my highest. Investigation would actually be better.
I've got 3. I've got 3 in cunning, so that's a 1 plus 3.
If you got 3 in cunning, that would be 1
Yeah,
plus 2.
you'd be...
Do you have a rank in cunning?
Do you have a rank in perception?
Perception, yes.
You got a rank in perception?
I have 1 rank in perception,
Yeah.
and I've got 3 in cunning.
Then...
Whereas I've got 2 in cunning and 1 rank, so...
I think I'm reading that right.
Yeah, you are. There's not an investigation one, interestingly enough. I thought there was.
Here is in D&D. So it should be...
okay.
Because my cunning's 3.
Your cunning is 3, but that's the total number
Ah,
of dice.
okay, total. Right, okay. No.
So you get 1 yellow, 2 green,
And 2 purple.
would we assist?
You could assist and add a blue.
Yes. If I assist, does that mean I can't do my own looking around?
Technically, you're helping him do his role to get a better result.
Okay. Let's help you and hope you are successful. I don't know what Kesley's perception skills are.
I have actually pretty good perception.
I don't
Well, maybe
know
we
if
should have
there's-
got you to look, but maybe you can look separately to us.
Perhaps.
Because that is open.
No, well, you got 1 success.
Okay. Having a look around.
Flying by the seat of our pants.
You think you figured out one way in.
Okay. Did you want to have a look around to see if you can figure out any alternate ways in?
I mean, let me double check.
I could tell you what the way in if you, or you'd rather.
Yeah, you could tell me what the way in is if it's
Because
easy
I was
enough.
about to actually state it.
Sorry,
So the way... All good.
stupid brain.
You think you can cut your way in.
Oh, cut your way in. Okay.
So,
I would only get 2 yellows, so my roll wouldn't be too different from what you guys have.
Yeah, but if you get better roll on it, then it might be allowed.
Not according to how I'm rolling today, apparently.
Well, fair
yeah,
enough.
her rolls tonight
So-
are pretty shit.
Pretty shit. Yeah. Okay. fair enough.
So, I guess that means I'm using mechanics to cut into
I
the...
managed to get the most amount of failures
Well,
possible.
you do have
out
a
of
little
3 purple
lightsabers
dice.
with you.
We have light foils.
Yeah, the
so,
light foils. You can
oh,
go-
yeah, I didn't immediately think of that. I forgot that we've got those.
Yeah.
That's where...
Well, technically you don't have one because you didn't want one.
I can't... Well, I don't have melee weapon...
Neither do most of the other people because it's actually uses the lightsaber skill.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
So
You
you
don't need it.
You could technically have had one.
Yeah.
I had one for every group,
Mm.
and you could have gotten yourself a purple one
Yeah, alright, sure.
because
That's
Kesley
the-
took the pink one.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll have the purple one.
Mm.
Like Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
Picture of bad enough. The
The meme. Yep. All right. Let's go. Cutting through. Can I tell where's the best place to cut through?
You'd probably cut through near the center under
Yeah.
your ship.
Yeah. Okay.
That way you're protected from the weather,
Yep.
and at worst case you can attach something to the ship.
And what kind of is this just cut through?
We just take time.
Yep. Okay. And
I'm picturing Qui-Gon going through the blast doors.
I prefer to picture Ahsoka, except I don't have skills, and the way she does it, though very cool looking, might also mean I'd end up dead from the 40-foot drop. So Qui-Gon.
And I've seen enough memes to know that you don't stand on top and
You do
cut
if
around.
you do if you're a Jedi.
Or if you're in Underworld and you're using guns.
Yeah.
He's so confused because this is his wrong chair.
It's like, what do I win a sniff?
Okay,
Alright.
so we cut into the...
So
You cut in,
you've
you hear the-
unlocked attract cat.
You manage to winch up the cart so it doesn't fall in.
Mhm.
That way you're not worrying about breaking anything inside.
Yep.
Because you have a ship there, it's very handy to attach things to.
Yep.
And you see it just drops down about 2 meters into the room below.
Oh, there's a room.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, it was the control tower, I said.
Okay. Yep. All right. I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully not die.
Story of our lives, right?
Foil in one hand, blaster in the other.
Try not to die.
Yep, so I'll use the foil because that provides some light. I know
Yeah.
it doesn't provide a lot of light, but...
Okay, so you drop down into the room and you look around. You see that this is a big central room with lots of antiquated computer systems around, and what looks to be a central lift that seems to be jammed.
Okay, can I have a look to see if any of the buttons work? I will be careful about pushing buttons, and not push any buttons that look like they should not be pushed.
I'm sure buttons work
Big
like buttons.
red ones that say explode, I won't be pushing. But if I can see one that is labelled lights, I will try that.
Okay. You move around, and I will give you a. This would probably be mechanics check.
Well, that'd be
Yeah. Well, she went down ahead of you.
I have no mechanics, no one is surprised. Look, I'll give it a shot. Worst case is I'll call down my... I think it's like just one green and then like 50 purple.
Your mechanics.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, on the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah.
That's me.
I've got no ranks and it's intelligence, so 3.
Yeah, that's still better than a lot of people. It's better than average.
Yeah.
You succeed.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Though end up slightly electrocuting yourself at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I do in real life anyway. Once I've got lights on, I'll call for the others to come down, and as long as I
And
can
they see the room light up with
that
a
it's
hum.
clear. As long as I can see that there's no enemies, I'll call down.
Seems to be a saucer-shaped command tower.
Then I'll ask the person with mechanics if he can see what systems he can get going.
Sure, so I...
You got 3
down.
ranks in mechanics, don't you?
He is their mechanic.
Yep.
So that's 2 of those, and...
Didn't you have 3 of those and 1 of those? 3 yellow. Oh, you had last time.
Yep.
And with the lights on, it's only 2 purple.
3.
It's a little easier now that you can see things.
I turned on the lights. I did something. I can't really see.
All I know is one of the purple go away, so that's good.
Okay, so that was 2 successes and 3 advantages. Having a
Okay.
look at the thing, seems that there is a backup system powering the tower that will keep it running for at least another week or 2.
Okay, so we could possibly see if there's scanners here.
If you were to power it down as it was before, it'd probably recharge again. And it seems it's been on monitoring mode for since the tower was decapitated during one of the ship's crashes.
And are there any scanners?
There are. It has been relaying signals from all over the planet.
Okay, alright.
Can we...
Interpret that data?
Yeah, can we patch in and... decipher?
Yeah.
It's
Analyze.
requesting authorization code.
Presume MC70 won't know because he's not a protocol, he's a public relations droid?
He's a public relations.
Yeah, so he won't know codes and things like that.
Password.
I will try
Password.
1, 2, 3, 4 or password.
Okay. It says permission denied.
What about renewal?
You type in renewal. It says happy to happy joy sort of messages start going across the screen.
Okay.
And you go through about half an hour of feel good messages,
Okay.
which don't really feel good because you're bored crapless by the first 5 of them passing the screen.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And all the screens around the top are going through these messages.
Does the tedium get me anywhere?
You might fall asleep during it.
No,
and get a peaceful sleep.
that's not what I meant. But sure, okay. All right. It was a shot. He was left here by the renewal people. The renewal people might have been the last people who set the password. Does anyone else want to have a go at a password?
Well, it worked. It just went
No.
through its boot up sequence.
Right. Okay. So it's working.
This is just giving you half an hour of memes
That's
of
fine.
happiness.
They're not funny memes though. They're just
They're all inspirational.
It's all those
Motivational memes.
So it like. not
So
good.
to amuse herself, Thea changes them into amusing motivational memes as they come up.
Most of them are about obeying and reuse and recycle is the best. And
I wish I was witty and pithy enough to think of ways to swap those words around, but I am not that smart, funny person in this game. So I'll just get through the tedium and try to hold myself awake, and I'll drink some coffee from my thermos.
you have some. It's handy.
And yeah, once I can get to the scanners, we'll see if we can scan or comms anyone.
Okay, you managed to get through your half an hour of tediousness, because it was really tedious, especially by the end of it, because they started to replay halfway through.
Of course it did.
Click the spacebar.
When you click the space bar, you for a minute there you thought it was going to restart from everything. You went, no, not touching anything.
Nope. Hands off, step away slightly, look sideways at my companions and go, don't touch anything right now. Unless you're a masochist.
And then when it finally finishes the last meme, there's a sound of applause through the speakers and the lights flash.
Nice. Can we try to use the scanners?
Yeah, so you go over to the system and you're not really sure who the system was built for, but the buttons are big.
Okay. That makes things easier, right?
It's it's not.
I'm a
it is-
Mandalorian. I can put up with it.
We're thinking like perhaps they were a larger species.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Maybe even transitions because they need big buttons.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm glad they're not here right now. It is.
Hawk's keyboard.
I wouldn't really want to see the Hulk's keyboard.
I
Just
type like this
So
anyway.
you have to have these really strong keys that no matter how angry he is, he can't break.
Yeah, that'd have to have very
Hope he's not
strong
trolling on the
springs.
And everyone else is going, but I just want to hit the space bar.
I have to stand on the space bar to make it work.
Okay, so you bring it up and it starts showing timeline of ships arriving.
I'm looking for robotic unicorns code.
And it is counting back 6,000 years.
Can I look at the most recent ones first?
You can, but it has compiled it based on the first ships to arrive on planet.
Can I reverse it,
Filter. Can
Filter?
we filter it?
Okay, give me a computer's roll.
Can I get him to do it because I don't have computers?
You can.
Oh, I do. I've got 1 in computers and 3 in intelligence, but I think your computers is better.
1 and 4. 1 and 3 green. It would be 4 purple because
I
it's
could
not designed to be user friendly. You can add a blue for helping.
Dang transitions. I'm just doing his very best to get comfy right
That
now.
doesn't look good.
Well, 2 of the
then-
purple ones are gone.
I can't
I
see
know
them.
that.
And you ended up with a success and an advantage.
Nice.
Yay!
Well done.
After a lot of button mashing between the two of you, you finally get it to accept. It did ask you 5 times if you really wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
And then it comes
You
up.
have so much fun.
Comes up with compiling. results in days. It doesn't actually say.
Okay, so we still can't figure out if the ship's here.
You'll be able to figure it out eventually.
Okay, alright, we just gotta work our way through the list.
Once it's finished compiling to go from newest arrivals.
Okay, alright. I sense we're gonna need ration packs and more coffee.
I'm sensing this will take perhaps years.
I'm hoping not years. I'm hoping just hours.
I want to look around while they're doing that.
Yep.
For things, I'm kind of just like being nosy, poking around.
Highly recommend that you amuse yourself in this manner.
Give me a perception roll as you're poking around.
Yes.
See if there's any droid parts in your control tower.
That's what I'm looking for, kind of. I got 2 yellow. How many purple?
I will give you 2 purple.
Oh.
Not too many things to see in here.
I would think not.
City.
Wow, okay.
So you ended up with a triumph.
Yeah,
Just a triumph.
just a triumph.
So as you're looking around, you do
just like,
find a droid port for MT.
So I will direct MT. I'll be like, hey, MT. You know what this port goes to? I don't know computers. I'm asking the droid.
The droid goes, yes, this port goes to memory deleted.
Oh.
That's very happily.
I look at what they're doing. I'm like, I should tell them. I tell them. I'm thinking, what kind of? Keston would be like, just plug it in. Kiana says to them while they're doing that. It was like, I found a droid port here that MT might be able to plug into. Do you guys want him to do it?
I think that might be worth trying. Ooh, maybe we should wait until this thing finishes compiling. I have a feeling that if MT70 plugs in right now, it might restart the whole system. Do we want to chance that? Because so far that's what happens whenever we try and do anything.
But this thing is computing so slow. I'm wondering if the processing power of adding MT to it might assist.
It might do. MT is compatible, so maybe it would speed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you guys are happy to roll that dice, I'm happy to roll that dice too.
As long as it's not me. Yes.
Well, you don't actually have to roll.
Ah! There, roll the dice. Okay. He's
Okay.
trying so hard to get comfy right now, poor thing.
Well, he likes the tub chair because he just lounges over the different points of it.
I'm in his
well,
chair.
it's actually how the blanket's set up.
Too, yeah.
Yeah.
You're-
If it was set up in the way he prefers, he'd
Yes.
get comfy.
Which is someone's lap.
Yes.
He has a fold he likes. There's a reason why he likes it when I do all his chairs and make all his nests.
Okay, so yes, after he plugs into it, he seems to smoke a little bit as he's plugged in.
Uh-oh.
And you see the progress symbol on the processing start to speed up.
Hey, it's working.
And in about 5 minutes, it gives you the dee, 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 dee. Sort of, it's all done.
Is MT okay?
Well,
Monitoring.
looking at him, he doesn't seem to be responding at the moment.
He's just busy working.
Smouldering in his spot.
Alright, so we look at the info. Can we see the last time that the robotic unicorn was here?
Well, it lists in the last 10 years, because that's roughly how the time frame of your ship coming down, it's had about 500,000 vehicles dropped from orbit.
Wow, that's a lot of...
That's why I figured it was going to take a while.
And
It's not going to be easy.
considering the debris of ships around this planet randomly fall as well.
not all those ships had fallen when you.
Is there any way to filter for a specific ship?
Yes, you can basically start looking for the size.
Yeah. So we'll start
anything that
adjusting
picks
the
up for
filters
stuff.
to those things.
Mm.
If it looks like Empty's smouldering too much, we might give him a break. It might just be that we're just going to have to camp here until if we want to find Broom Broom's ship, we're just going to have to wait out the TDM and work for it. If you want, I'm reluctant to split up the party, but could go back to the ship for supplies, or we'll go and have a look around.
Right next to it. Okay. The only thing is if keep a lookout for vehicles. We assume
Yeah.
driving past.
Yeah, hopefully we'll also contact eBayer, but remember eBayer's out for himself, so
That was well timed. We'll try and contact
Cool.
eBay. Boodoo.
That's
Trying to
really
contact
funny.
us with that one. That's Shadowrun. Same game. They
Okay.
can wait.
Yeah.
so not eBayer contacting us.
Not eBay at this
Come
stage.
on.
Damn.
So close. Wait. Let's just real quick.
You wanted action, you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Play 2 characters at once.
Okay, so the system does say that it's come up with 10 matches for your specifications.
Does it give us any sort of direction, location?
Gives you what one's supposed to still be in orbit.
Right.
There are 3 that made landing, and the other ones seem to have broken up as they came down.
Well, why don't we try the 3 that are made landing? That's unlikely the one in orbit is your ship, since the engine's been removed. Can it be in orbit without an engine?
Unless they've done like an engine swap.
Unless they pulled it out while it was still in space.
But do you want to look at the 3 that are landing since we've landed right now?
Yeah.
And so we'll get a copy of that list onto our data pad. And
Then we'll go to our ship and get supplies.
Yep.
And ammo and stuff just in case.
Yep. Are they far away? Would we be flying to them or walking to them?
Faster to fly.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, flying.
In that case, we'll trace back up to the ship.
Yep.
And unplug. What's his name?
MT-17.
Yep. Unplug him, and is he?
He smells well done.
Yeah.
Just that faint electrical.
Yeah. We'll need to give him an oil
smell.
bath when we can.
Is he still functioning, or is he?
He sounds a lot slower.
Sounds like
He
okay.
needs to recharge.
Well, while we're flying around, he can plug
Recharge.
in the
Yep.
ship and
Maybe we can do some basic maintenance on him.
yeah. When
Kayana?
when Kayana did the look around for parts in the room, did you find any?
There was
I found
no-
this plug.
Oh, just the plug. Okay.
There doesn't seem to be much down here. They seem to have cleared it out when they left.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But they didn't turn anything off when they left.
Since we don't want to waste power, should we power it down since we know how to turn it on and off? The control room.
Yeah.
We don't pay for power.
Yeah, but it's
Joking,
only got to,
joking,
yeah.
yeah.
But I guess in case we've got to use it for other stuff, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, you could always use it sometime in the future.
Yeah.
It's always
Mhm.
handy to have access to data.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so
Yeah.
we'll power it down.
Mhm.
If I can, I'll try and seal up the hole.
You
so
can do that pretty
the
well.
weather doesn't go in. You can always break back in that way. And we'll head to the
Most
first,
toolkits will have something to allow you to seal it up.
the closest on our list of ships.
Okay, so it doesn't take you much to get your starship up and puttering along. Not wanting to go too fast, so you have to make a piloting check.
Yep.
And as long as you're not trying to do any fancy maneuvers, it doesn't require you to check anything.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I'm the navigator. Navigate already.
This is why it's a good thing that all of us have
I do remember
skills
Flight of the
in
Navigator quite well.
flying.
Yep. I don't know why, but that came into my head for some reason.
Because you remember it from years and years ago when you saw it?
No, as in like puttering along slowly,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden he hits the button,
That
and
zooms.
so no hitting the button. So yeah, so we will putter along to the first location.
Okay, so making it to the first location, you see a very similar design to what you remember, just far more stretched than it was.
You mean our first one might actually be the robotic unicorn?
Sounds too easy.
Yeah, it does sound too easy, doesn't it?
Or is that just
Sometimes-
a trick? Knowing that, like, oh, people always search past the first one.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes you get surprised.
Mm.
Or you find it, but you don't find everything. You
Yeah.
look for all the
So
little
it
bits.
looks similar, but it's not it.
Though it may have parts.
Okay. So
We need to hover and
Yeah.
investigate.
yeah, hover and
Unless there's
Do
somewhere we
we-
can land
do
next
we-
You
to it.
can attach to the derelicts that it's all built on top of.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
oh, I was gonna say, do we do like a computer, like a ship scan or something from?
You
Our
can
ship?
give me a computer's roll as you scan the ship while it's hovering.
What was it, 1 and 2 or 1 and 3? No, mechanics was 1 and 3.
Our long range scanner and that's in our gear wouldn't be any useful, would it?
Not as useful from inside the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You had
two.
3 green
3 green, 3
and make it 2 purple
2
because
purple.
you're right above.
No whammies. I don't know.
No, I can't see them.
Hold on.
So that was an advantage.
Yeah.
So as you're checking with it, you do think you might be able to salvage parts off it. It doesn't strike you as being the robot unicorn, but it might have been a similar model.
Right. Okay. So I brought out the Phillips head screwdriver and
You get probably about 10 panels that would fit on the robot unicorn, depending on how useful it is to salvage.
Any
is there something that might be useful? Is there any weapons on this ship that I can salvage? And
Looks like whoever scrapped it took weapons and internal systems.
just explode again.
They might have thought they were useful.
I'll get them next time, Gadget. Okay, so
But it did. It was a Gungan ship from Naboo.
this looks like the workings of Nana Miss. I'll pull
that's
out
one of
a,
your cousins, isn't it?
Yes, I shall pull out a black Sharpie and write, haha,
Haha, not very funny.
Yep. And yeah, I'll chuck the pieces that I've salvaged off the ship onto our ship.
Yep, you put it in the cargo bay.
In cargo bay, that's the word. And then we shall potter along to, detach from
Yep.
that one, and then we'll potter along to the next one.
Next one.
Okay. Potter along to the next one. Give me a scan as you check to see how useful it is.
So that-
That's adding the green
Do
dice
you want
inside.
assistance? Because I do have computers.
Picking out a blue dice.
1, 3.
Figure it won't hurt.
and blue.
Normally, if you can, you upgrade, but... Okay, so...
That goes away, and that
That
goes away
goes
because they're
away.
blanky boys.
They go away. And you got quite a lot of success.
Nice.
Yes.
Looking down and scanning the ship, you are scanning what used to be the robot unicorn.
Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Second up lucky. Okay.
As you check it out, you realise that it's only half the ship.
What's bad? He read my mind. I was
Mhm.
see how much of the ship is here.
But you can see the part that you got so many years ago had been salvaged from this part of it. The seat I think you got.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I see? Does this ship have an engine that I am able to see, or is
It does not. It looks as if it may have been stripped before dumped.
Was there an engine on the first ship?
There was not.
No.
No.
Okay.
All its internals were stripped back as
Okay.
well.
I think we'll be very lucky to find anything with an engine. Question is can we tow enough or store enough of this ship?
You can cut it up into parts and put it in your ship.
Looks like you're going to have to reassemble it anyway. Are you happy with reassembling all the bits?
I'm a mechanic.
No.
Yeah.
What becomes the all-new robot unicorn?
It's going to be
Yeah.
a rebuild, yeah.
Sure. So I'll put out the trusty Phillips head screwdriver and pull the remainder apart.
Takes you 3 days to pull it apart.
Typical. And then put it into the cargo bay. And then we will potter along to the third one.
Well, looking at the cargo bay, you don't think you can fit the rest of the ship here.
No, just
He just wants to see.
call it morbid curiosity.
Yeah, just want to see if there's
Um,
anything left.
And
Do we need to come back? Or contract eBay to bring parts.
If you want to deal with eBay.
not really, it's a bastard.
You should know.
You should know.
I should know.
It's almost as if you know him better than yourself.
Yeah. How'd that spot get there? I know, like my left hand. How'd that spot get there? Okay, so I'll check the other ship.
Different Disney IP.
Yep.
So yes, looking this one over, this one does not appear to have been the robot unicorn.
Cool.
Though it looks to have been a newer version of your ship.
Ooh, so maybe you like that better.
Maybe you could upgrade.
Yeah, is...
It's covered in battle damage.
Of course it is. Oh, well, I've got to rebuild the other one anyhow, so... is this, apart from dents, is it intact, or is it...
Right. As you
bits
start
and
to have a
pieces?
look at it, give me a mechanics.
Ah, okay.
And I
So,
say 2 purple. So that's
Mechanics.
3 yellow, 1 green, and 2 purple.
3, 1, 2.
As you're very familiar with this type of ship. So that cancels out. That gets rid of that, and
Surely
that.
that's going to be good.
So that's 3 successes and an advantage.
Nice.
Looking over the ship, the battle damage on the outside looks horrific. Inside, big chunks of it were left intact.
You
So
can
you
get
can-
the
you can
heated
salvage
seats.
A lot of
Okay.
things out of this. It was the deluxe version of your ship.
So the outside is screwed, but the interior is fine.
Yep.
Okay, so I shall pull out the trusty Phillips
They
head.
even have the engine in this one.
That's
And-
what
Maybe we
want
want to tow it.
So maybe you
Maybe.
don't even want the robotic you.
If it's got,
Yeah, mate.
you just got 10 panels from the first ship.
Panels plus...
So you could replace battle damage panels with other panels.
Yeah, plus we got most of the panels off what was left on the second
Yeah.
So
ship.
the big thing missing from this one is the fuel cells.
Which
I-
would be on the second ship that we...
None of the others had the fuel cells.
Oh, okay.
It's something that is the easiest thing to salvage and reuse.
Okay, so... all
People
we're
would
gonna
have
do
just connected up and siphoned the fuel as soon as they found it.
Yeah, so all we're going to do is just get a fuel cell, take panels off, whack new panels on, and... Brum, brum.
That's right. So the question
so-
is where do you get fuel cells from
In
in a place like this? Probably not, but
It would be the thing eBay would sell.
yeah,
that's why we need to speak to them.
eBay.
So
you
You
hear
said
a
it, not me.
Ding, 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 ding. And you got, would you like to receive a call collect?
Sure.
Okay, that would be 10 credits, please.
Sure.
And you hear this, what's up?
Misa say, what happened to my ship?
Remember, you want something from
Yes,
him, so we've got to be nice.
So Misa say, looking for a fuel cell. Oh, fuel cell or cells?
Cells.
Cells. For a. For a.
You need to write it down at one stage.
I did. For a. The name of the ship. A S-type racing sloop. And is the.
I believe you're looking for the Gundam ship. The robot unicorn.
Oh, yep. Oh,
But you were just driving a S-type racing
Oh,
ship.
God.
So,
I don't-
so you list the type of ship you're looking for the cells for.
For a. Blah, 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 blah. For one of those.
I may be able to procure some for you at a cost.
Do you have
You
negotiation?
have money?
Do you have negotiation?
Me, I don't think so.
Because I suspect that this is going to require negotiation
Or coercion.
or coercion.
Don't have that.
I don't have coercion, but I do have negotiation.
I don't.
What have you got, Kesley?
Oh, negotiations down
I
there.
don't
No,
think so.
I don't have negotiation. No, I don't have any.
I have negotiation and coercion.
What
No
are your,
charm.
What are your skills in either?
I do have leadership. It's just 1 and 1.
One rank and one, but what? So negotiation is presence. What's your presence?
2.
And coercion, willpower.
It's 2 as well.
So I've got 1 rank in negotiation and 3 presence. No ranks in coercion, but 4 willpower.
Yeah, you have more.
So that would mean
I
you would
might-
just
You're the
add
better. You're the better.
I
roll.
might need to take over the negotiations
Yeah.
at
I
this
mean-
point.
You want to say hi to him?
Yeah.
We haven't talked to him.
Yeah, that's it. That's the first bit. That's what I was gonna lead
Yeah.
in with.
Yeah, because the only thing I've got is like Underworld,
And skullduggery.
Skullduggery.
I've got great skullduggery, but not great cunning. Anyway, I will. If you put it on
I shall put it on speakerphone.
speakerphone, I will say, "Hello there, eBay.
And you hear, what's up?
It's your old friend Thea. How are you
Old?
doing?
I do well.
You do well?
Sell lots. Break
Yeah.
things up. Dispose of crap.
Yeah. Well,
Work from space.
probably,
Much less boom boom.
You can't say you didn't find it exciting while working for us, and we did get you a little bit of money. All those Empire credits, they were worth something, and we got your parts.
You did.
Yep, we
Great,
did.
great mates rates. I only sell you for double.
Yeah, yeah.
Not triple as is usual middle. Or for suckers prices, we choose 5 times. And families 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank goodness I'm not family.
Mm.
Yeah, but,
Which, if you remember, they were roughly the prices eBay did, charge people.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, no,
That is.
it sounds about right. I'm just hoping my negotiation roll works out in my favour. I did help and save eBay quite a few times, so hopefully that.
So what is your negotiation?
As I said, I got 1 rank, and it is presence, and I've got 3 in presence.
So that would
Can
be
I-
2 extra dice.
Would I be using?
So it's 3 total in presence.
Yeah,
So
3.
that's 3 dice in total. And that's your check. And because of your reminding eBay of stuff, you get bonus.
Yep. You want me to roll? Yep.
I don't want to blame.
Okay,
Oh.
so
It's not looking
so
good.
that becomes that. They took it away. Okay, so eBay had got the deal for you.
Are they all just advantages and no successes?
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
As eBay starts to rattle off pricing guide. But he does seem to have the parts you're looking for. He's only charging a couple of arms and legs. He wants some droid parts.
I have one.
Pardon?
I have 1 arm. And I kind of need it.
I was going to say, I don't think you're willing to give it up, though.
Yeah.
Even though I reckon he would take it.
Oh, 100%.
Quite happily,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And we didn't keep
Any
Khalid's
spare-
arm, so...
I was going to
yeah.
say we didn't keep any spare B1.
And we don't
husks.
have any parts we can trade him, or do we have any parts we could trade? In combination of all the bits that you've collected. Are there any bits from the robot unicorn you don't need that we could say trade in to take some off the price?
Well, if you want to keep the fancy seats from the other one, then you can get rid of your original seats that you have.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a Class 1 race force racing seat with adjustable height.
And a certificate of authenticity that that the #1 racing driver Broom Broom Crash used this seat to win many races.
And I can
Surely got fans out there.
And I can sign the back for you.
Does that have any influence
Yes,
on the price?
there is a laugh on the other side of the thing going, he knows Brum Brum never took it on a race. He found part for Brum Brum earlier. No refunds. No trade backs.
Damn.
No
Alright,
chasing
we
backs.
tried. we gave it a shot. How horrible is this price?
His price is he's looking for about 5,000 credits a fuel cell, and you need about 4 to 5 to get off the ground.
Oh. That is a lot of credits.
Credits.
Do we even have that much?
Hang on.
I don't know.
Cloak.
To be honest, I haven't been very good at tracking my money recently because my hands haven't been good for journal taking.
Mm.
It's the first time I've taken notes in a very long time. I should have turned over a fate coin or something for that roll.
Which was the roll there?
Yep. Yeah, it's a good thing to put it on there. Jesus. Because did you say it's going to be 20 grand or 25 grand?
Between 20 and 25. Just to get it off the ground.
Yeah. You can't owe him because that's just going to exponentially rise. Unless the squib comes down hard on him for trading on his turf. How do we figure out if we've got that money if I haven't kept good records?
You probably wouldn't carry that much on you, to be honest.
I've got 12,000 left.
You got 12,000 left.
Some of you had done gambling at one stage.
Yeah, I had some money. But
Yes, yeah, that's where the bulk of mine comes from.
Question is have
Probably only like
I?
1,000, 2,000. I really don't know that much.
Oh wait a minute.
Okay. Plus. Oh, hang on, no. Correction, I've got 13,200 left.
That's 1,500. So that takes us up to 15,000.
1,500.
Minimum. I'm just adding up mine. So 1125 plus 1375. That's 2,500. 3,500, 3,250. And
I had they are on roughly 2,000 monies.
okay, because I've got all of mine circled.
I said roughly.
Yeah. So, how much did I add to that? I think it was just a second. So 1125 plus 1375.
What was it?
1125
1125,
plus 1375,
1375.
and then 1750, and then there was one over page 1,500. That's all the money I've got that I haven't spent, because they're in circles. If I've spent it, it's in brackets.
Yeah. Well, that's got us at 18,950.
Good.
I will try to convince eBay to come down a little bit, because he gets cash right now. Right this second.
Okay. In which case, we'll give you another.
And I'll use a fate die to see if that helps. A fate coin. To see whether or not I can get anywhere with that.
Great coin will do for you. Replaces one of the green with the yellow.
I was going to say, I'm guessing
Okay.
Kayana didn't have any money, or she would have said.
I have my sheet in the car that has my money listed on it, because I'm guessing I have maybe like 1,000.
So,
Mm.
4 successes and 4 advantages is not a bad.
Oh, we
discussion with you.
might get it for
Yeah.
all our money, but nothing else. I have not a cent left after this, by the way.
So instead of selling it to you for 5,000 each sell, he'll happily sell it to you for the huge friends discount of 4,000 a sell.
Oh shit! So
18,950.
You can get
18,950.
you can get 4 of them for
4.
16.
so is 4 enough?
4 is risky because if 1 fails, it won't take off.
Yeah.
Whereas 5 is your fail safe.
So we're
So you want
still
20.
1,100 short, I think.
Yeah.
How much short are we?
Let me see it.
2950.
So we've got 18,900.
Oh, hang on, no.
That
That's
doesn't
the
sound
difference.
right.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if we have 18,950.
If it's 4,000 a sell, you need it to 20.
Yeah. So what's 20 minus 18,900?
That's 1,100.
1,100.
Yeah. So do you have 1,100?
It might be on my sheet. I don't know. What do you
We
call
could say yes.
Okay, we'll say
Okay.
yes.
So that puts me at 0 credit. So.
Yeah, that puts me at 0
Mm.
credits as well.
You're on cooking duties and you must love us.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm at credit 0. 1,800 plus 1,100. Kayana.
Yeah, I was like double checking if it was anywhere written now.
So 20 grand gets us 5 fuel cells.
And eBay will send an escape pod to roughly your coordinates.
With the fuel cells?
Yes.
Nice. Well, at least he didn't charge us for that. He could have. So we're doing really well. Alright, so I'm gonna have to try and earn some money somehow. We've got to get you in a race once we get this thing going.
Okay, so eBay is fairly accurate at dropping the ship to your location.
Oh, this is good.
It's not like he would miss the hemisphere, which he may have.
Yeah, no, that's good. Alright, so we've got to get to work putting these fuel cells in.
And getting a working ship.
Getting it working.
Do you think it would probably take you about 2 weeks to get it up and running?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a working ship as a place to rest, means scavengers are less likely to try to take it from you.
Is it robot or robotic unicorn?
Robotic.
Yeah.
I was going to say, with this new Frankenstein ship, do you have a new moniker for it? You got a new engine.
He might be still trying to swap this engine out for
Depending.
the old engine, depending on if this engine's better or not.
Yeah.
I think if this engine's faster, he'll
we'll
keep
have
it.
to hook it up to the dyno and
Figure it
and
out.
see. Let's go. Similar theme. Let's go. Cyborbb Pegasus.
I like it.
P-O-R-G P-E-G.
I know how to spell Pegasus.
No, I was just
How do you spell your Pegasus, though?
yeah, it's Pega.
Yeah.
Sus. Pegasus. It's sus.
Pegasus? You got multiple?
I look at it as when I'm trying to remember to spell it a suspicious pega.
Yep.
Okay, so you think it would need a lot more overhaul once you get it to the station, but you think you've got it to an atmosphere, ability to power the engines.
Yep.
So we could
We
technically
could putter it, like I was going to
putter
say,
it back
if we
home.
could, like, essentially tow it back home.
And you
also.
will need to attach it to your ship to get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fuel cells will get it out in this base.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why people steal it for dumping it, because...
Shit, I don't have any more money left.
Why?
I was going to ask eBay if you had any parts for the MT-70.
Yeah.
It'll have to wait till I can earn some money up.
Can we use like Underworld or something to
owe him for parts?
No, I don't want to owe eBay money.
we could potentially let's say we can give him the if he's interested in earning some money, he can have we can send him details for the next race.
Then he wouldn't help you until after he got money from the race. He's very rarely to put money up front.
Oh no, I probably couldn't get much for that.
I was going to say, it's like we can play a card game with him and make him gamble.
Say you want to gamble against eBay?
But he's a good gambler.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, I'll ask eBay out while he's there if that's okay. Does he happen to have or know about where we might be able to find some MT-70 parts on planet?
He does say that there is a caretaker droid on the North Pole. Maybe you can scavenge parts from it like everyone else does.
Is that caretaker droid the actual MT-70 that I might be talking about if
Yes.
I found it? Okay. I ask him if there are any other sources that he might know of. Surely a great scavenger and collector like himself who has shown vast mastering of the scavenger ability would have some idea of where to find more chips, maybe, or harnesses or other bits and pieces.
Possibly, but I'd have to look for it.
If I were to pay you a commission, could you have a look into finding me some parts?
They could. Just stop by next time you're in system and he'll do what he can.
Well, it's a lead. Alright, and that way I'll either sell some stuff or I'll earn some money in the between time. So, ask... Because it didn't take us, technically, if we rolled well, it wouldn't have taken us that long to get back here. So if we go back home to work on the ship and stuff, it's a lead.
Okay, so our Broom Broom gets to make a piloting roll to take off, as does whoever's flying the other ship.
Okay. Let me see what that is.
That's piloting space.
Yeah.
So that is 1 plus 2. And 2.
It will be 4 purple because the ship's that beat up.
Right.
My so brain just thought of another question. Is it too late to ask it?
What's the other question?
What kind of cost would he charge for parts doing MT7T?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay, alright.
You're asking me to.
Yep, no, that's
Just
okay.
off the top of my head,
No, that's the only other thing I would have asked.
Okay.
Well, it looks like a success. A success with
Kesley
2
knows what she's
threats.
doing. I have no clue. I've tried to learn, but I keep forgetting.
So yes, you managed to get up into space. So who's flying the other one?
I can.
I've
So-
got piloting as well,
I
so
have-
I can possibly assist.
I was gonna say this is mine.
What's your piloting?
I've got a rank in planetary and space, and
Agilities 2, so you can add a blue dice.
agilities 2. Yeah.
It's only 2 purple for you because it's not as difficult to fly your ship.
Yeah.
Ours
and-
works.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you want me to roll though?
Why? Yes! Oh my god!
Okay, so you
Dang.
feel really good about it until you flood the engines,
Yeah.
and you hear this really.
Is this where I nudge her aside and
Yes.
take over?
Yeah, absolutely.
So is that still 1 plus
2
2?
purple, yeah.
That
And add a blue and add a black for flooding the engines.
Alright, so there's that,
Oh my
and I shall
gosh.
get.
How did I do that twice?
Luck, I tell you, you just have amazing luck.
Apparently.
That's fate die.
You have better luck.
Doesn't
You-
look good actually. It
but
looks
you
like
actually
I'm going to flood the
succeeded.
engine as well.
So you succeed. You hear this big bang out the back of the as you get the engines going and a grinding noise, but you manage to get off the ground
Dang, Eric.
and
Okay.
follow up the shaky.
Cyborbb Pegasus.
Thank
Cyborbb
the sages.
Misa yells back, don't forget to take off the handbrake.
Yeah.
Oh, they left that behind.
Technically, I deserve that. So I will take that one on the chin.
But yes, you both make it into space.
Hooray!
Passing you past a ship with EBA you border on this side.
That's funny.
So that would be the one ship in orbit.
Oh, so it's a bigger ship that because he has a space dock.
I was gonna
up
say
here.
he probably has like a floating.
So this is where he scavenges things and then sends it to the planet.
Yeah.
Question before we get too far into space. Are we because you said that the 4th ship was floating around.
Orbiting, yep. Did you want to have a look at it?
Can we have a look on that to see if there's any worthwhile parts that we could sell to
eBay?
the little ship? I mean, yes, eBay.
Otherwise known as TLS. Do we want to turn a fate?
No, it's a good enough roll.
So as you scan, you realise that eBay has incorporated the other half of the robot unicorn into part of his home.
So so his ship
Is
has
the other half of my ship.
It's probably where the cells came from.
Yeah, hateful bastard.
We could just come back with all our Mandalorian clan and shoot him down. I'm tempted to.
Yep.
Currently registers 3 life forms.
That's interesting. Can we tell anything about the life forms?
It's Amazonian marketplace.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Can they stand each other and actually be on the same ship, though?
Well, if they make money, yes. And if they're not getting shot at the Imperials, yes.
Yeah, I can see their point of view. Alrighty. New ship, 0 credits. I find it's always important to update the money, otherwise you can't find it.
So let's say you take time in going back.
Yep.
Yeah, we take our time.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit longer than coming out.
We stay in a slow lane.
And you can also radio the control towers and say, how much for the next jump?
Yeah.
The only one you can't radio for is Almaran.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think we need to find some work. Alrighty.
What you find when you're in orbit of Terrinoth is that the Star Destroyer Shimura is currently parked at the space station there.
On the upside, these seats are super comfy. They have a vibrate.
Enjoy them while you can if the Star Destroyer Shimura is there.
And they're heated.
And they give you just the right moisture level.
Is that Chimera as in CH?
Chimera.
Chimera?
Shimura.
And
Is that Thrawn?
Yes.
Okay.
And they
So
have a
Thrawn is
phone charger in them.
there. You got a phone charger in the arm of your chair?
Yep.
I've got a phone charger in the arm of my chair.
And a heated coffee.
I don't have a heated coffee thing, but I've got a coffee cup. Alrighty. I take it that so ends our adventures for
ends your
today?
adventures for today when you see the Star Destroyers you leave system.
Yep. That's precisely the timing we want with leaving the system. Air is particularly happy to be leaving the system as fast as possible.
Get phone.
Absolutely.
Although I don't quite remember what I'm supposed to have done involving that, but I just remember there was a thing.
I was trying to doodle NT-70, and what I was looking up is I was trying to look up possible pictures.
NT-70?
Yeah. I was trying to look up possible pictures. Do not search design a droid online.
Right.
Because all it's going to take you to is build your own droid at Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. That's all it's going to take you to. So.
And trying to find the MT likes to take you to the NTT.
Yep. And then I even tried design robot online, and then all I got is how to code your own robot. So that's not what I found either. And then I tried robot dress-up game, and all I got was girly cyborgs that you get to dress up. And I'm just like, none of this is what I want.
Well, could have been worse. Have you put us to end credits?
Yeah. Doing credits and then you can see other stuff.